Diamond Song.
Oh my goodness, my camera's still fucked up. That's crazy. You know what's funny? If I go to this screen, it works. That's insane. Look at this shit. This is insane. Doesn't work on one, but it works on other. Look at this shit. I just gonna delete it. And every time I touch it, it freezes. Uh, oh my god. Hold on. Mm, mm, mm. I hate this stupid shit. Fucking OBS, man. I swear. It's on the fritz. And I can't even switch because everything's fucking frozen. This is so stupid close. All right. Anyway, we're having technical malfunction since I left from one part of the state to the other, and not wants to act right. Let me see if I can. Let's get it over here. There we go. Okay, we'll go with this. What's going on, my good people? What's going on? How are y'all doing? I was fine, you know, chilling. And today is TPO Sunday, of course. We're gonna redo our TPOs. We're gonna transition right on into movies night. I think what's gonna happen is kind of yeah, since people want to talk shit all the time, you know, I planned these movies strategically. I don't like these people. Anywho, I am gonna get into these TPOs. Let me see what we got going on here. Thanks to the people that are on. I think, Jesus Christ, what is going on with my fucking computer screen? All right, my shit is jumping around like crazy. One second. Let's see where we're at over here. Mm. Yeah, thanks for people that are on Rumble, as well as everywhere else. X, Facebook, YouTube, all the platforms that we're on. Make sure you're part of them all. If not, you're gonna be missing out on some good content for the most part. We have fun over here. We have fun. We talk our shit. We swallow some spits and we keep it moving. We try not to do too. Well, I try not to do too much fuckery going on around these parts. I will say that. The dick and pussy conversation. Yeah, I guess you can go have it at some other place. We don't have it too often over here. We may have it every now and again, but not as a collective. You know what I'm saying. Not as a collective. We do not do that. But yeah, we are going to get this thing started with our first case because I'm trying to get started with the movie. I think at 8 o'clock. I'm trying to get started at 8 o'clock. So we're gonna move and groove through these things. Let's go. Let me see which one we want to present first. Let's see. Matter of fact, let me just go scroll through which ones. Let's see which ones are the longest ones. I want to try the. Okay, we'll go with this one first. Yeah, we got up. Now I haven't watched none of these, so we gonna learn these things together. Like always, we're gonna talk some shit. If you want to come up, I'm gonna drop the link. Let me get this right here. If you would like to come up, it is in the chat as well as the people on Rumble. If you would like to come up, there it goes in that chat as well. Let me pop this out so we can get everything coming over here. Yeah. So yeah, feel free to jump into the damn channel and give us your thoughts on what you see in these court cases. If you like them, if you don't like them, if you think it's stupid. Hey, we're all in it for today. So let's get started with that.
I'll be presiding over our eviction hearing docket this afternoon. Are there any agreements to any cases?
Yeah, and I just, this is Gwen Horton. I've made an oral motion, talked to the other party. It's Notoria Porter is my client. The other party stated the other day they were agreeable to dismissal.
Okay. Is that the Hogue case?
Yes.
Okay, you're not agreeing to dismiss?
Oh, I thought they were. Okay.
And talk to the other party that was involved in this. And we told her that.
Okay,
Well,
so,
Your Honor, they don't have standing to bring the complaint because it should be in probate, but we can go to trial. I thought we had an agreement.
okay. Are any of you, have any of you, what's your standing to the property? What's your relationship to the property?
We're sitting out in the water, got this is my brother
Okay,
and me and my nephew. And my niece, my other brother,
okay.
and the water lives in the house.
Have any of you been appointed executor or executrix, and you cannot bring the suit? Okay, so this will be dismissed. You must go through probate court, get appointed executor or executrix, and then you will have standing to bring the suit. Okay, you can't simply file this without the court giving you the proper authority to do it.
So we
Okay,
need to go down, because the house is still in our current name, so we need to go down and get the house put in all our names.
no, ma'am. You want to listen to me.
Okay.
You need to go to probate, file a probate estate, and get appointed executor or executrix, and that will give you the legal authority to deal with the house. Okay? You can't just do things willy-nilly. This is a court of law, okay? Legal procedure has to be followed. So that's what you need to do.
Well, we know we want to.
You might want to talk to an attorney. All right? Here's okay, perfect. We'll give you a card with the Louisville Bar Association's information on it. You can have a free legal authority. Free legal appointment.
Yep. Okay. Go. Hand me my screen box.
Now go freak.
Anyone else?
Judge, it's my understanding that in the case Ryan Fleming versus Lula Owens, that Miss Fleming intends to dismiss. I was told she would be on the Zoom. I don't see her.
Is that you, ma'am?
No, I am the owner of the house, and these people are wanting eviction. It's a big drug eviction, and they're going to be out there. We left it, they're still not out. They're still for me.
Hold on, ma'am. Hold on. What is your name?
I'm in Jackson Smith.
And Judge, we would object to any comments made by Ms. Smith, that she's not the plaintiff in this action. She is not listed on the complaint as any of the defendants, and she doesn't have standing here today on this particular case.
My names are all.
Please be quiet.
Oh damn.
I've already asked you once. Don't make me remove you from the courtroom, okay? Is Ryan Fleming here?
Yes, ma'am, I am here.
Okay. Ma'am, how is the property owned currently?
The property is currently in probate. The loan to the property is still in my uncle's name, and we are waiting now for Ms. Jackson Smith to pretty much get the pretty much refinance the home so that she can get that loan out of his name. And I was advised that Ms. Smith would need to be the one to actually file paperwork to have Ms. Owens evicted from the home. So it's not the estate that wants Ms. Owens out. It is actually the wife of the decedent who wants Ms. Owens out.
Okay. And just for the,
Okay, so why are you bringing the case? You have nothing to do with it. If it's the wife of the dead, why are you bringing the case and not her? I don't. if you object to one, you gotta object to both. I just don't. Niggas fighting over crumbs. These niggas is fighting over crumbs. Boy, I tell you what. It's crazy. It's crazy. May, you can come up. You ain't got to sit in the back.
The court's clarity. At the first sitting, we made a motion to dismiss based on unauthorized practice. Yeah, and it was passed. So, okay. Are you the executrix of your
Yes.
uncle's estate?
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
All right. Well, that makes sense.
And let me ask you this. Do you want Lula Owens evicted?
No.
Okay, then based on that, I will dismiss. Now, I don't know what's gonna happen from here on out, but as I just told those people, you are the person who has the legal ability to act on behalf of this house, unless Ms. Smith goes and becomes named executrix instead of you. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am. They've tried that already.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, anyone else? Next case I have is Blairwood Apartments of Louisville versus Linda Cantor.
Your Honor, Kenyon Meyer for Miss Cantor.
Okay,
Good afternoon, Your Honor. I had trouble unmuting. Ken Dunn for Blairwood Apartments. This was passed to today to have a hearing on the motion to dismiss, which has been filed by Mr. Meyer.
Your time.
okay. Would you? Are you?
If it's okay with you.
Yes, sir.
So I think I know what's going on with your Twitter because for some reason this is how it works. So do you got your Twitter open?
I do not, but I can get it open.
Yeah, get it open and actually click on your Twitter live. And that'll show people start showing up. Because when I do it, it actually starts showing people. For some odd reason, it's Twitter weird like that. So if you have it open and actually click on it and just have it in the background, you should start seeing more people pop up.
Oh, I have it open. Oh, if that's the case, you mean to see the broadcast?
Yeah, just so hit the live broadcast.
Yeah, I'm on that.
Yeah, and you should start having people pop up on it.
Okay. Well, you know, it is what it is. Yes, sir. Okay.
Yeah.
Which one you want me to do it to? Okay, bye.
Okay, that's fine. Absolutely. It's your motion. You go right ahead.
Thank you, Your Honor. So this is a matter that originally came before this court in, I believe January or in March of 2024.
Okay.
You had a hearing on it. I believe it was your case. There was a motion to dismiss based on the fact that I think 3 payments were received by the landlord after the alleged breach, which occurred according to the complaint on or before November 28, 2023. An argument was made of waiver. The other side disagreed with that because it was an automatic deposit. You ruled that they had not returned the money, that they had accepted the payments, and ruled that therefore it constituted a waiver. Then this complaint was filed. The identical breach was relied on. It's, in this complaint, breaches occurring on or before November 28, 2023. And we've simply cited the statute, which says that acceptance of rent constitutes a waiver of the landlord's right to terminate the rental agreement for that breach. And then also cited res judicata. The response was, I think first, there was no adjudication on the merits. I mean, a waiver defense is on the merits.
Well, people never want to pay their rent.
No, they
then
don't. It's
second,
weird.
there
It's
was an
fucking
argument
weird.
that sometimes in
That's
payment
not
cases,
it's crazy.
$2,000 is owed and the tenant pays $1,000. That may constitute a waiver for that case, but that doesn't preclude, a subsequent eviction for the unpaid amount, which I would agree with, but that, the acceptance of payment for $1,000 isn't a waiver of the $1,000 that you haven't paid. So, I think the
you owe me.
statute is clear and the rents that were accepted post alleged breach constitutes a waiver, and this case should be dismissed.
Mr. Dunn?
Thank you, Your Honor. I did file an objection. I don't know if the court's had the opportunity to read that.
I have.
I'm sorry?
I have.
Okay. I won't restate everything, but I think the key to this entire matter is the interpretation of the statute KRS 383-65 that's been relied upon. It does speak in terms of a waiver, and it's been construed, and it's been this court's practice consistently and uniformly that that waiver, if there's, say, a partial payment made, that a waiver has occurred, and that then the case, the eviction matter would be dismissed. However, at the same breath, from the bench, there's been advice given to counsel as well as tenants that they'll have the option of refiling the case, so it doesn't preclude that. And we believe that that's the proper analysis of what this statute does. It obviously waived the right to proceed in the prior case, but it was not done on the merits. It was discovered late in the case that the automatic deduct caused rental payments to be made, and therefore that did act as a waiver as to that action. But the practice of this court and the proper interpretation, we believe, of the statute is that it's a waiver of that action. It is not a waiver of matters, for instance, here, where it was not adjudicated on the merits. The allegations made against the Ms. Cantor in this case were never heard by this court. There's been no fact finding as to those allegations. And we believe under the circumstances that the motion to dismiss should be denied, and that we should go ahead and schedule this matter, for instance, for next Monday for a hearing on the merits.
So there's one factual issue I need to clarify, because this is where I'm confused. So was new notice sent out after the first eviction was dismissed?
Yes.
And were there any payments accepted after the second notice?
No.
Okay. I think if that is the case, then they can go forward.
Can I address that? Number one, I haven't seen any notice, and whether or not, and so I can neither confirm nor deny
Okay.
that we received a notice, but
Obviously,
certainly
you
nothing's
can
been
argue
filed.
that. Mhm.
But second, on just the pure legal, so I think what's undisputed is we have an alleged breach, same alleged breach in both cases. Undisputed that after the alleged breach and after the landlord knew there was an alleged breach, they accept 3 payments. Don't return them, still haven't returned them.
Mhm. Still haven't returned them?
Correct. Still have not returned any of the payments.
Oh,
So-
wow. Then
So
we have a problem.
Wait.
Yeah, there you go. There go the problem. You gonna accept payments but not return them? Oh, hell no. I need my money. I need it now. Right now.
and
You're right.
Hold on, let him finish.
and
Okay.
so the legal question, I think, under the statute, and all I've heard about past practices regards partial payment. But the statute says that if the landlord accepts payment, there is a waiver of the right to terminate for that breach.
Yeah.
That breach is the same breach. They accepted payment 3 times, did not return the money. I think the court, the last
the
time this
landlord wanted
hearing, you
both
said,
ways.
did you return the money? And they said, well, we will return the money.
Yeah, he wanted
Can
both
you give us
ways.
a
It don't work
chance?
like that.
But they haven't returned the money. And
Oh, he spent that shit.
there's no,
And I'm not sure, but that portion that you're reading may be for non-payment cases. It may not be for breach of the lease. So I'll have to look that up. Mr. Dunn, you wanted to say?
The only thing, I didn't want the court to be confused. The first eviction matter that was filed, it was discovered shortly before there was going to be a hearing that because of the automatic deduct payment from Ms. Cantor's bank account that our rental payments had been made.
Right.
And that was the basis. I believe Your Honor was the one that dismissed the case at that time. Blairwood canceled the automatic deduct so it wouldn't occur again, and gave new notice on March 11 of this year with the same allegations of breach. Since that time, there has been no rental payments made or accepted in any shape or form. And because of that, we believe that now we're entitled to go forward and that the motion to dismiss should be denied.
It was me, Mr. Dunn, who decided that case, and I specifically remember you saying that the payments will be returned. Are you telling me that that has not happened?
You mean the prior payments for January and February?
The three payments that were the reason for my dismissal previously, that you said at the end of our hearing, they will be returned.
Oh, there.
That I honestly can't tell you, Your Honor, because I don't know, but I don't think that is material because we are now into a total brand new eviction, which resulted initially from the brand new notice given on March 11, and then afterwards the filing of this proceeding. Since that time, there has been no payment of any sort.
I can't tell you how strongly I disagree with that position, Mr. Dunn. Not only do I think it completely clouds the new one, but you sat here and told me as an officer of this court that you would ensure that that happened. And now you're telling me you don't know if it did, and you went ahead and filed a new eviction. Do not interrupt me, sir. You went ahead and filed a new eviction without ensuring that that happened? I'm quite frankly astounded, Mr. Dunn. This case is dismissed.
Mr. Dunn.
Debbie Cook versus Eddie Childress.
Yeah,
Okay,
he bought that one.
so we are here today on the case of Debbie Cook versus.
Yeah, he bought that one. I mean, you can't listen. You can't have your cake and eat it too.
Yeah. Don't accept.
Yeah,
I mean,
that
I
was
know when
crazy.
they're doing for bankruptcy, the bank has to stop accepting payment from you, or they can't now go proceed with the bankruptcy.
Mm-hmm. But
And
the fact is, the judge told him to return the money, and
mhm.
this cocksucker just did what they wanted to do.
Well, you know,
I mean, I understand that bitch wasn't paying, but come on, dog.
but it goes
Come
to say
on, dog.
how late was she? Because they were paying.
Yeah.
I think they said 3 payments.
Yeah. And if they accepted all 3 of those payments, then if you want, I get it. If you want the building, take the building. I mean, take the property back. I get that. Just don't accept the payments and kick them out. That's where you have to get that shit back. Of course, you're gonna take a loss for those months, but you want the property back so you can rent it to someone else, make the rent higher, whatever you want to do. So I don't know. That one's a iffy one right there for me.
What state was it in?
I think this is in Detroit, if I'm not mistaken. I think she's a Detroit judge.
Yeah, some places is honestly not even worth it to rent it to be a landlord. Some states.
Yeah. I'm not being a landlord in California for damn sure.
No, you wasting your money.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not worth it.
I wouldn't do it in Colorado either.
I wouldn't do it in any liberal state.
Yeah. I'll ride with you with that one. No liberal states, period. Shit.
Eddie Childress. I'm going to ask both Miss Cook and Mr. Childress to please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're going to give today will be nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Okay. Miss Daly, I'll let you start unless you have any preliminary motions.
No, Your Honor.
Okay, go ahead.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And you can sit. It's okay.
Okay.
Unless you prefer to stand. It's fine.
Well, you know, law school.
I know. I
Makes you
understand.
stand.
I get it.
This
Oh my
is
God, get on with the goddamn case.
for non-payment of rent. You've already sworn in my witness. I'll just start with the
Okay.
questioning.
Please state your name for the record.
Debbie Cook,
And what is your role as the landlord?
Not
I
typical.
collect rent.
And in that role, do you have knowledge regarding the rental of 2406 Lindbergh Drive?
Yes,
Are the defendants Eddie Childress and Rakeisha Barker the tenants in that property?
yes,
And did they sign a lease?
yes.
And when did they sign that lease?
November 1st, 2023.
And does that lease call for payment of rent to be made?
Yes,
And how much is that rent?
$1,500 on the first of the month.
And it's due the first of every month. And how long was that lease
That ain't
supposed to last?
It was a year lease.
And does this represent a true and accurate copy of that lease?
Yes,
Your Honor, we'd like to enter this as Exhibit A.
Okay, thank you.
And have they been paying rent? The tenants, that is, have they been paying rent on this unit?
yes.
And when is the last time they paid rent?
The last rent was on April 1st of this year.
And do you keep any sort of ledger to show that?
Yes, ma'am.
Is this a true and accurate copy of that ledger?
Yes,
Thanks. Your Honor, we'd enter this as Exhibit B.
Okay,
And was a notice of non-payment of rent, otherwise known as a 7-day notice, sent to them
yes, ma'am, on May the 2nd.
May 2nd of 2024?
Yes, the day after the rent is due.
And that was for May rent?
Yes,
And does this accurately reflect the letter that was sent to them on May 2nd?
yes.
Enter into this as Exhibit C, Your Honor.
Thank you.
And are they still in possession of the property?
Yes,
Have you accepted any money from them since this eviction was filed?
no.
That's all we have, Your Honor.
at this point, Mr. Childress, do you have any questions for Ms. Cook?
No, ma'am.
Okay, are you ready to testify?
Yeah.
Okay, what would you like to say?
So I've never even dealt with Miss Cook, so it feels kind of awkward because I've already dealt with Joe. So I
Okay.
apologize, Miss Cook, before I start. It's not a reflection on her, but on April, prior to April 1st, I had spoke to Joe back in February about an ongoing persistent issue where the water accumulated from the entrance. I have a video. I tried to put on a flash drive before I got here, but I can show the court if you like. But it fills up to about 4 inches of water, and it's impassable from the gate to my entrance.
Your Honor, I'm going to object to this testimony as it's not relevant to whether or not he's paid rent.
Yeah.
Right. So I made this request to the landlord, and this was after he didn't disclose this to me
Again, I'm going to
before.
object because
Sir.
it's still not
Yeah.
relevant to whether or not he's paid rent.
So he told me about this issue after I moved in. So then I
Okay, sir,
Spoke to him.
I'm gonna sustain the objection, okay? So there's certain things that you have to go through to notify the landlord
I
legally.
did
Okay, how did you do that?
in text message, and he
Okay.
responded.
Okay. I'll have the sheriff get the text messages from
Okay.
you. Have you seen these, Miss Daly?
No, Your Honor.
I
Okay,
have to
wait, she's
put it-
gotta see them first.
Yes, sir. I had to put it on.
I understand what this is about, but I'll still object to it because it's not relevant to whether or not he's paid rent.
Deficit. Man, if I may, that was the reason why I told him that I would withhold my rent, because the city cited that as a public nuisance. Also deemed as a health risk because of the standing water. I can't even get to my unit.
Okay,
4 inches of water, I have 3 small kids. I asked him, hey, can you fix this? He told me he was gonna fix it back in February. Still just prolong. The city cited him. He said he was gonna fix it. Prolong. You got feces, you got water, you got mud. There's no way that I can get to my unit with 3
How
small
does he have
children. And I've
feces?
been paying a rent prior to, while this issue was existing.
mhm.
That's a good question because I don't know. It's not making sense to me. But for the lawyer to not get that part of the story, act like she didn't know, at least from her own client as a landlord, showing that he has text message that it just doesn't make sense. I don't know. This one, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with these cases.
Well, and that woman that's sitting at the desk isn't the one who manages the properties, obviously.
No, she's obviously not. Obviously not at all. 'Cause
Hmm.
that doesn't make any sense. To have, I mean, even the standing water, that is a public nuisance. Then you have all the mosquitoes and shit that comes for that shit.
It's in
Yeah,
February.
but
Well, it
I
depends
think
on
most people, right? Because I done dealt with a ton of fucking landlord tenants. My God, thousands of them in my career. And I think most people think that if they have issues with their building, they can withhold the rent, which is true. But the second part, what they don't realize is that you can't spend that money. You have to keep it in furlough.
or probate. Yeah.
So you have to, yeah.
Escrow,
So
yeah.
yeah, escrow. So you can't just spend it. And most people think they don't have to pay their rent and they can just spend the money and then still want to live in that raggedy ass place
Yeah.
and not have to pay anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm curious to see what this cat gonna say. Because
If,
usually the
if you're
second
that
part,
worried, if you're that worried,
yeah,
why the fuck are you still living there?
yeah. So usually they'll still talk that trash.
That's my number. Why
I'm
you
curious
want
to
to
see what he gonna
live
say.
fucked up? I'm not in the business of living in a place that's fucked up all the time. That shit crazy to me.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what he gonna say though.
Yeah.
He just was just, and then after I told him about this is when he filed the eviction.
Okay.
And that's when I sent him on April. I received that notice on April 2nd. So they couldn't have sent it out on April 2nd. That's the same day. I received it on April 2nd. And that's when I called him. I said, hey, the only reason why you're doing this is because I told you that.
This is dated May 2nd.
Well, I'm sorry. What? Yeah. But the only reason why I'm doing this was because you, May. I wasn't paying May rent. The only reason why you're doing this was because I told you that I wanted to have it fixed and I was going to use the money for the rent, which I looked up in Kentucky law and said that I couldn't do that.
Did you use the money to
He
fix
told
it?
me not to touch his property. He said, you can't touch my property. So I stopped at that
He
point.
spent the money.
Okay. Did you
He
move
spent the
out?
money.
No, I stayed there and I
He spent
asked
the money.
him to fix it. He said it's going to be scheduled. The
Where's the
inspector
money,
came
sir?
back by on the 29th inspection day. It still wasn't resolved.
Okay.
My daughter went to
Where is the money,
hospital
nigga?
for AC issues that weren't rectified. I also have records of those. She has asked. I told him about that. He came through, resolved one issue and left and didn't do nothing about that. My daughter spent 3 days in the hospital.
And a whole bunch of shit.
Nigga, yo, time, that money gone. He spent that money. You see, he doing all this shit. Yeah, that money gone. Yeah, he doing a whole lot of talking. Now he gonna start talking about his
They
daughter
do
in the
this
hospital and shit.
Yeah. And I guarantee you check local court records, he's done this to every place he's rented for 10 fucking years. He's pulled the same shit.
My connection is massively.
Wait till she asks him where the money at. Yeah. Wait till she asks him where the money at. He gonna say, huh? Motherfucker, if you can you can hear. Where the money at?
What you say?
That's exactly what we gonna hit her with. Watch. He gonna say, well, I get paid. I get my taxes soon, so I can just pay it out with my taxes. Yeah, you take you and your sickly ass daughters and get the fuck out my place.
That ain't right. Oh, they're doing that fucking shit. God damn it.
Well, and you know that motherfucker moved in there then because he finally got kicked out of his free COVID place.
Mm-hmm.
Mayo, he's a man, sir. He didn't have no free COVID place.
He's a scammer, sir.
Oh my fucking God.
Everybody who paid rent had a free COVID place, sir. What are you talking about?
Listen, I ain't free COVID place.
You didn't have free rent, sir. You had a mortgage. And you could have done that too.
Yeah,
we had all kind of people that did it.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
I wish
Don't let that shit come back around, goddammit. I'm getting that PPP.
Oh yeah. I'm opening up 10 businesses.
Shit me.
With 5 last names and headed straight for the island.
I'm getting that bit. Hey.
Everybody got
There are
that money
certain
but
things
us.
that you're allowed to do under the law and certain things you're not. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
And you haven't followed the procedures under the law. Okay. You may have done some things, but you also just can't stay there indefinitely not paying rent.
That was not
okay?
my intention.
Well, are you still there?
Yes, it was, nigga.
I am. I paid, he had a month in escrow that I applied. I applied 2 months in advance when I first moved in. And also,
Sir? When are you going to be out?
I have a move-in date for my next unit on July the 1st. Michael Forrest, he's gonna give me a unit. I already spoke to him. That's the only thing I told him in the eviction.
Oh, he ain't
I
got no
don't mind it.
contract or nothing.
I don't mind it, but they afford me the opportunity to be out the first. They'll be rent ready. I'll manage the
Are
property.
you all willing to give him till the 1st to be out?
No.
He won't be
Get out my house, nigga.
Yes, or
No.
okay. If I give you judgment today, if he is out on the 1st, will you consider setting it aside and dismissing it? Considering what he has had to deal with there.
Are you asking me?
Are you the owner?
He could have July the 1st, but everything he told you is 100%.
Okay, all right. I'm signing the order. Whatever you decide to do is fine.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Is that it, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Again, Ms. Cook, this wasn't a reflection of my
Sorry.
feelings towards you.
Trevor Rayleigh versus Ebony Jones.
Get your black ass out my goddamn courtroom.
Ms. Jones, she's present. And Mr. Rayleigh is also
Lying.
present. I
Lying
have
ass
spoken
nigga.
with Mr. Rayleigh.
Do you want to sit or you want to stand?
I did have an opportunity to speak to Mr. Rayleigh. He is here, Judge Pro Se.
Okay.
I asked him for a copy of the notice and for information on how that notice was served. And he did provide that to me. And I was going to make a motion to dismiss based on the content of the notice and on the manner of service.
Okay.
So if you would like to just proceed with the hearing, we can do it that way, or I can hand you the notice and make my motion.
Yeah, why don't, so that's a preliminary issue, so why don't you go ahead and hand it to the sheriff and I can look at it and we can decide if it's appropriate, then I will certainly hear the case.
Thank you, Judge. So if you review the complaint, Judge, it states that on March 18th, Mr. Rayleigh is telling the court that he gave written notice to vacate. I request a copy of that. He has checked the box for failure to pay rent. He gave a 30-day notice. The content of that notice is before the court. This notice is to inform Ebony Jones, tenant at 659 Mix, that you must fully vacate the premises by April 18th due to non-payment of rent and late fees for the month of February and March totaling $825. My motion is based on the fact that he did not give Miss Jones opportunity to cure by paying. Even if he meant, Judge, which he didn't state on the forcible detainer complaint, that this was a termination of lease, but even if he meant that, it would violate the Young v. House case because it's middle of the month that he gave that notice. We're not able to reach an agreement at this point, so we are requesting the court to dismiss.
Do you want to respond, Mr. Rayleigh?
Yes, Ms. Jones hasn't paid me since she owes late fees for February. She hasn't paid me $1 since. I've gotten maybe one response from her. She's had more than enough notice. In January, she told me she was leaving. She wanted out. She didn't live better. Then she decided to stop paying. March, I believe early March, I spoke to her. She said, I don't feel I need to pay you any rent. That's the last time I really spoke to her. I've asked her if she wanted to settle up. I don't know where to go because I haven't spoken
Yo,
to her.
Tom,
So
what the fuck is the point of this attorney up here?
I don't even know.
What the fuck is the point of this guy? He ain't say nothing since he got cussed out from the judge earlier.
He's probably waiting on another case.
Yeah, that's what it is. He on Zoom. He gonna be there all day. He mad as
This
hell.
fat ass boy. This motherfucker, I'm tired of seeing him. He got to go. Damn, you ain't got cussed out, sir. Just go. You played yourself.
This bitch ain't paid rent since February.
Yeah, she on one.
And that's why he don't rent the niggas, man. I see why Trump didn't want to rent the niggas.
He foresaw this a long time ago, didn't he?
A fact.
Upwards of $3,000.
That ain't I mean, man, he over here trying to
I understand.
for the
Sir, and I'm sorry that you're in that situation, but when you file an eviction case through the clerk's office that ends up in this courtroom, if you choose not to hire an attorney, then you are presumed to know the law. And unfortunately, this does not comply with the law. So I have to dismiss this. You have to start all over. You have to comply with the law. And if you don't
Wow.
comply with the law again, I'm going to dismiss it next time. So I'm going to suggest, if you're unable to do it on your own, that you seek the advice of an attorney, because this will not cut it.
I
Okay?
asked for with the.
I cannot tell you. I'm not legally allowed to tell you what's wrong. But he's going to give you a card with the bar association's number on it. There are plenty of attorneys that work for plaintiffs in eviction court, so you can certainly contact one of them and they'll tell you.
I'd say one thing.
Uh-huh.
You a
I spoke
dumbass.
with an attorney last Monday when we moved this over to a hearing. And then Rebecca, I reached out to her, Rebecca, called me back. She said she was going to advise Ms. Jones then that this was not grounds for a hearing. Ms. Jones needed to move out. That's why I didn't show any legal, any representation or anything. When we had spoke, she said if I had given her a notice, then Ms. Jones needed to move out, and Ms. Jones
Sir, I've
understands.
made my decision. Thank you.
Yeah, you wasting your time, sir.
Virginia Starrup versus Michael Borgmeyer.
Shit, I got another month.
Good afternoon, Judge. Christopher Bates from the Star. She's
That's
present
what's
in
up.
person.
Okay.
Judge, we were here about 3 weeks ago, maybe a month ago, sometime in May.
Man,
My clients, the Starrups, had filed an eviction notice based on termination of a 30-day lease.
Okay.
Mr. Borgmeyer had rented a garage on their property. It's where they live. We got about 2 acres. Mr. Borgmeyer rents the garage in the back of the property. When we showed up last time, Mr. Borgmeyer showed up with what he purported to be was a written lease.
Mm-hmm.
Signed by Mr. Starrup. Mr. Starrup was not here last time, only Virginia was, but we disputed the authenticity of this lease. This is not Mr. Starrup's signature. Mr. Starrup, in fact, will tell you that he does not enter into written leases.
Okay.
And so we would ask that you sign the order today.
Okay. Last call for Michael Borgmeyer. Are you here? So I actually have, there is what purports to be Mr. Starrup's signature on the lease, and then there's what looks to be like an addendum, a handwritten note on the end. I'm going to hand those to Mr. Starrup, and I just want him to look at them and tell me that those are not his.
Tom, she's going to ask you, is that your signature? No. Okay. And she's going to ask you, is that your signature there?
It's not my signature, it's somebody traced it.
Oh, they got this old ass man up there. That's fucked up.
Based on that testimony, I will sign.
Hey, you know that motherfucker can't even see that shit. I don't know.
That's crazy.
I don't know why they ask you. We're gonna ask you. Hold up. Put it back. Put it fuck out of here.
Well, that's some fucked up shit. Get that man an attorney, man. That's crazy.
Thank you. I'm sorry you had to come all the way down
An
here.
attorney.
Appreciate it.
Okay.
Let me check.
The other guy didn't show up.
Yeah, he didn't show up.
Your Honor, do you wish to proceed now or?
I'm still focused on this fat fuck.
Unless, I mean, is this a true hearing?
Your Honor,
No, it's not. I'm sorry. We're here on a motion to dismiss, which we briefly discussed last week at the call of the case.
Okay.
So it's not a hearing. It's not a hearing on the merits.
Okay. And then if you two can fill me in orally, I'm fine to go ahead. Tell me, if you would just state the case number and the call of the case for me.
Yes, Your Honor. Case number 24C003567, Hampton Place Housing LLC versus Brian Phillips.
Okay. And we have Mr. Dunn for Hampton Place, and your name, please?
Yes, Your Honor. My name is Andrew Chandler, representing the defendant.
Okay. And he's here with you in person. Okay, perfect. Your motion?
Yes, Your Honor. We had filed last week an interim appearance for myself and a motion to dismiss the case on grounds of waiver and factual deficiency. This matter was heard initially on May 6th following a complaint March 18th for non-payment of rent. We maintain and submit to the court that thereafter, March 18th on April 2nd, the plaintiff signed a new lease agreement extending my client's stay at the residence through April 2025. And at the signature of that new lease agreement that they in fact waived their claims to whatever claims they would have had to the breach. Secondarily, Your Honor, within the complaint, on the face of the complaint, the non-payment is issued. The issue they take with is for January and February and March of 2024. We submitted exhibits alongside our motion that for January and February of 2024, that rental assistance was provided by the neighborhood place and received by the plaintiff in this case. And so the facts are deficient to the extent that the rent for that month, to our knowledge, was in fact paid. But ultimately, Your Honor, the strength of our argument lies on the waiver. In addition to what is provided within the Uralta statute, Your Honor, there's clear case law from Daly v. Kelly that where a landlord expressly or impliedly recognizes the continuance of the tenancy, that they thereafter waive whatever claim they would have had to terminate that tenancy on the basis of a breach. Because the breach, and in fact, filing of the eviction predated the signature of a new lease with my client through 2025, we argue that it ought to be dismissed on grounds of waiver.
Okay, Mr. Dunn?
Your Honor, if I could, by the time I saw the motion, we had discussed with Mr. Chandler that he was going to be making the motion on the basis of this renewal of the rental agreement between Hampton Place and Mr. Phillips. That was the understanding of what we were going to be arguing today. The second portion about factual matters and all that, I'm not prepared to either address that. But as to the first motion to dismiss based upon the new rental agreement being executed, what occurred in this case, I know it's been referred to as a new rental agreement, but it's merely a continuation or a renewal of the rental agreement that Mr. Phillips has had for 1 year.
I mean, what
my client advises that because this is a tax credit property, their federal regulations require them to actually have a rental agreement in place for all of their tenants. In other words, they don't do month to month. And that was why, even though this matter was pending in the first few days of April, they had to execute a new a document, which is merely a renewal of the rental agreement that Mr. Phillips signed a year ago. We don't believe that constitutes a waiver under the circumstances. It's merely is required. It's required for them to do it. They have no choice based upon federal regulations. So we don't believe that the matter should be dismissed based on.
Wait a minute. Just because you're forced to do something don't mean that you get away. That don't make sense to me. Whether you sign a new lease or an extension, the extension lease is the actual new lease. I mean, how many times? I mean, the extension is like, I'm gonna extend you for a couple of months. That's not a. I don't know, man. How many leases have you been in LA?
7. And every year you got to renew your lease.
That's what I'm saying. That's why it don't make sense where they're saying because it's technically a new agreement. It's essentially a new.
Yeah, it's a new agreement, especially if they raising your rent or anything else like that. I don't get what he's saying. Yeah, I don't get what he's saying.
I mean, I never got rental
assistance
from anyone, so I don't know how that shit works.
So he's saying he got rental assistance?
He did get rental assistance for 3 months from the helping housing shit, whatever the fuck it was. And
so is he saying he's trying to say he's on a month to month?
Yes, I guess what they're trying to say right now, because he got rental.
If he's on a month to month, yeah, he on a month to month. He don't have any rights. You gotta go. Yeah, that's the difference with the month to month.
Apparently, in Kentucky, that's not the way it is.
But they signed a new lease.
Crazy.
It wasn't a month lease. They signed a new lease.
Oh yeah, it's some weird shady shit. I'm so confused. I had never heard of this before in my life.
This lawyer, this fat motherfucker, done confused me on both his cases.
Yeah, because usually with a month to month, the point of a month to month is for both people be able to get out of it at any time because you serve whatever you think you were going to. So that's as I don't get what they're doing here.
I was on a month.
Nail says Kentucky
for almost a year and some change, bro. I thought that sign it.
Yeah.
On those grounds.
Okay. that's certainly a novel, a factual. I mean, I've had
About to cuss his
I've
ass
had
out again.
apartment complex re-sign a person on a lease, but is this a Section 8, Mr. Dunn?
No, it's not Section 8.
Of
It's
course.
actually what's called a tax credit property.
Okay. Yeah, I'm familiar.
And by having that, then the federal regulations kick in, and so it's not technically Section 8.
They require-
But by doing it as a tax credit property, that then allows them to charge less than what the market rent would be for this type of apartment.
Gotcha. I'm familiar with Family Scholar House, and they work on that same basis with the tax credits. So okay, with regard to that, you're not prepared to discuss the issue of whether the neighborhood place paid January and February today?
My client advises they have not accepted any rent that has been paid. They signed a document so that Mr. Phillips could try to get rental assistance. We were advised that the most he could get was $1,000 when he owed about $3,000 or $4,000, and we would not accept that.
How much
that partial payment, which is why a week ago we asked to
Ain't got
go
no
ahead and
paperwork or
proceed.
nothing.
Okay.
So
Do you have any?
here we are.
Your
Do you have anything that shows that it was paid by the neighborhood place?
Your Honor, no, I have the agreement that was entered into by my client, the landlord, indicating that they were going to be agreeing to accept that, but I wanted to sort of highlight it. May I respond to a few
Sure,
things?
absolutely.
So the first issue is that last Wednesday, I submitted this motion to dismiss at the request of Mr. Dunn, because at the Monday hearing, it was requested that I put this in writing.
Okay,
The first being the waiver argument, the second being the factual argument.
okay,
So I think that we ought to be able to address both of them here today.
okay. She just brought in the file, so if they are both
Thank you very much.
in the motion, the written motion, then absolutely, yes.
And the rental assistance that Mr. Dunn is alluding to is following the filing of the eviction complaint. Initially, when this was heard back on May 6th, it was passed for June 3rd in order to allow Mr. Phillips the opportunity to get rental assistance. We worked together and managed to drum up about $1,000 in rental assistance. That was denied by that offer was denied by the plaintiff because it wasn't in full satisfaction of what they alleged was the owed rent.
That's a
Our
fact.
attempt to get that
Get
rental
the
assistance,
head.
present rent, and my understanding is that
Go to
whenever they
see
entered
that.
into this agreement back in February to have the neighborhood place pay for January and February, that was its own payment of rent that occurred in February of 2024. So, I would be happy to put whomever under oath from the plaintiff's office or from my client indicating that rental assistance was in fact paid and received in February of 2024. But that only goes to the factual deficiencies within the complaint alleging that those months were unpaid for rent. In terms of, what was discussed prior to the hearing, in terms of us getting rental assistance, that was just to try to settle the case, see if they would be willing to voluntarily dismiss.
Gotcha.
And then thereafter, the denial of our offer of $1,000 in rental assistance, we went ahead with the motion to dismiss based on waiver and factual deficiency.
And I guess from our
I'm so
standpoint, Your Honor,
confused.
brief rebuttal, if
I'm with
it appears there is some factual dispute,
I'm so
we would like the
confused.
opportunity to have a hearing on that if Your Honor is not going to grant the dismissal based on waiver and the new document that has been signed.
Yeah.
One of these
Here's
people
what I
said-
would like. I'm gonna set this for a hearing. Here's what I would like. Let me make a list so everyone knows what I'd like. I would like to see Mr. Dunn, I'll address you, the federal regulation that requires your client to have the agreement on file. I would like to see the agreement signed by your client and the defendant in this case.
Your Honor, if I may, that was filed as Exhibit B.
Okay, it's in here. Thank you.
Yes, Your Honor.
Sorry, since I didn't know this was on, I didn't have a chance to review the file like I normally do, so I apologize to both of you on that.
That's all right.
Okay. I would like to see the defendant's ledger, I guess, starting December 12 or 23 to current. And Mr. Chandler, your client should have received and should be able to get a letter from the neighborhood place. There's like a pledge letter that they get saying we're going to pay $1,000.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so that's what I need from you. would you all like to do this next Monday?
Next Monday, the 17th looks good for me.
Okay, the other thing I would ask, one more thing, if they have a copy of the canceled check or any proof that the money was sent and deposited, that would be great.
So I'll contact.
If you can get it.
Yes, Your Honor. I'll contact neighborhood.
This is so
see if they can
dumb.
produce
Thank you.
Any substantive evidence that they
That
take.
was-
Thank you.
That make no
Okay,
sense.
I'll see you all next
Dog.
Monday.
I mean,
argue.
let that dude. I don't get this. Like, all right, I don't know what the judge doing. Yeah, the judge fucked up too. Because didn't she just cuss the fat boy out for accepting payments when they still wanted to get him evicted? So this time it's the opposite. So I mean, and then also with this fool who said he the pledge people that was gonna give him $1,000. All right, you already owe more than $1,000 apparently. It's 3,000 or 4,000. Fat fuck don't know because he ain't got no paperwork. But then also you don't want to get evicted, but if you owe back payment, you ain't gonna be able to catch up on the front end or the back end. So you still gonna have to get up out of there. Either way, you still gonna have to leave.
Sir,
This is fucking crazy.
They don't have to leave. They just got to go somewhere else. All right. Let's
Go
go.
home. You can't stay here.
That's a fact. You got to get your fat ass up out of here. All right, here we go. What's the next one? This one's 27 minutes. It's not as long as that one, but woo.
Hey, Tom, I
that
sent
shit
you a
makes
good
no
one in the
sense.
back.
Okay,
It's on Twitter. It's quick.
for sure.
How to run up your account.
Welcome to Looking at Legal Stuff. Today we have a hearing for an emergency conservatorship made by the child's paternal grandmother. The child's school reported the mother to CPS for truancy, and CPS removed the child after mom tested positive for drugs. Now the child is living with grandma's parents, the great-grandparents, until mom CPS requires of her, like treatment, a job, and housing. But mom has blocked grandma from access to the child's medical care, which is why she's applied for the emergency conservatorship. Dad is 1 year sober and is in favor of the conservatorship. And mom's got some problems.
Everybody fucked up.
Let's see what the judge will do.
Ms. Pilati, can you hear
Everybody
us?
fucked up.
Ashley, can you hear us? We lost her, I think.
Oh my God, Tom.
Mr. Leaf, can you take your hat off, please?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Oh my God,
Oh,
Tom.
hey, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. This nigga got jungle fever. He got jungle fever. Yeah, I'm bringing that back. Jungle fever.
Ms. Pilati, can you hear us?
That
Well, I can hear her.
hear us now.
Ms. Pilati, can you hear us?
I can now, yes.
All right, thank you. This is the 223rd District Court, Gray County, Texas, proceeding via Zoom via video conference, as authorized by actually Rule 21D of the Texas Rules of Civil Procedure, by agreement of the parties and without objection to proceeding in this matter, would call for hearing on temporary orders, cause number 39562, in the interest of Lucian Aurora Pilati. Ms. Anderson, you are the movant, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Are you ready to proceed?
Lucian.
And let's see, Ms. Kincaid, you're representing Kristen Earl Leith, the respondent. Are you also ready?
Yes, Your Honor, we're present and ready.
And Ms. Pilati, you are responding. Are you ready this afternoon?
Yes.
All right, Ms. Anderson, you may proceed.
Judge, I would like just to make a statement. My name's Jerry Anderson.
All right, would you please raise your right hand? You solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give and the matter now in hearing before this court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
All right, you may make your statement, and then that may be subject to cross-examination by Ms. Kincaid and Ms. Pilati. All right.
Thank you. My name is Jerry Anderson, and I'm the intervener in this matter. I'm the paternal grandmother of Lucian Aurora Pilati, born on December 8th, 2018, to
Right
Ashley
here.
and Christian. On February 9th, 2024, the department took custody of Lucian and her sister. The department advised that Ashley tested positive for methamphetamines, cocaine, and marijuana.
Mm.
We believe the school called CPS because Ashley was not sending the girls to school for weeks at a time. Ashley believed that I called CPS. My parents have custody of Lou, and I was the backup caregiver. But since CPS has not filed a case against Ashley, the child is placed voluntarily, and she's taken me off as a backup caregiver, and my parents need help with Lucian. Ashley's not had a full-time job in 2+ years. We've encouraged and supported her for 2 years to no avail. Ashley began going to cosmetology school and dating a man in prison,
man.
and she started going downhill for some reason.
Wait a minute. She dated a man in prison. Get the fuck out. What is wrong with these bitches and these jailbird niggas, man?
As I've been saying all week.
I don't know.
Man, whatever. Women are retarded. What we doing here, sir?
Yeah, that is some retarded shit.
I stand by it.
Okay.
Yeah, I stand by
She
it.
lost her house on Sierra Street. So my family stepped in, and my other son moved her into a house on Hamilton Street, charged her $500 a month for rent, but she got behind. So when the children were removed, he evicted her.
Wow.
My parents have been getting Lulu for 2+ years every weekend,
Lulu.
and Ashley expected it. I guess now I'm glad they did, because we've saved her from abuse and neglect.
Let me stop you right there. Miss Pilati, you need to sit down somewhere and quit moving around, all right?
Okay.
You're in court and you're not going to be allowed to move around in court. So you need to lot somewhere. Just sit down. Okay?
The bitch said, okay. Okay. She high down.
Thank you, Miss Anderson.
Lulu has allergies and cannot be around any kind of smoke. Ashley smoked in the vehicle, and her boyfriend smoked marijuana in the house.
Oh.
Every time we got Lulu, we had to take her to the doctor. We had to give her breathing treatments just to get her better. For the last 2 years, I have been the one taking her to the doctor. I'm currently trying to get her into an allergy specialist, but since she took me off as a backup caregiver, I cannot legally take her to the doctor. Ashley doesn't have a home. She doesn't have a full-time job. My dad helped her get a car last week. It's been 90 days since 90 days plus since.
Can I say something? Oh, and LA, you might agree with me.
You
You
did
might
too much
not.
for this bitch.
You might agree with me, but you might not. Where are all these white supremacists that these nigga bitches keep saying that they interact with all the fucking time? Because last time I heard, I see all these cracker honkies being so nice, helping these bitches get jobs, cars, and houses.
Yeah, they was a little too nice. I'd have been put that bitch out. I mean, they did everything besides milk her titties for the baby. God damn.
Right.
They did everything but smoke the bitch's drugs for her.
Mayo gonna go to that motherfucking level, not the positive side, but the negative. He ain't shit, Mayo. This shit crazy, man. It's stupid, man. You know what? Let me stop. Let me shut up.
CPS took the kids, and this is a requirement, and she still has not done it. On May 7th, we had a family meeting with CPS, and we requested that Ashley come help with Lucian some more with my parents. To this day, she has had no in-person visits with her, and she lives here in town. Monday, Lucian graduated from Head Start, and her mom did not attend.
Damn.
She's a 5-year-old happy little girl. She's in dance. She goes fishing. She loves being with my parents, but my parents are 70 years old and cannot raise her alone. Now, Christian, the dad, is a recovering addict. He's been sober for over a year and is financially stable. He lives in Azle, Texas, and he's in the process of rebuilding his life. And if things don't get better, he would at some point like for Lulu to live with him. Today, I'm requesting to be appointed the managing conservator of her. I want visitation at all times mutually agreed to.
God damn.
And Ashley's to continue to be supervised by my parents. I I asked that Christian's child support be terminated, but he continue to pay on his arrearage per month because he is
The bitch-
behind.
Oh, well, how you gonna
That's all I have right now,
Man,
Judge.
wait a minute, bitch.
hold the fuck a minute? Go ahead,
Well,
Don.
because the
Get on that
child
white
support's
bitch.
going to her. It's going to the mother.
I know. That's why I'm saying,
Right
wait
now.
a
Yeah, but he
minute.
ain't been paying though.
Why should she get
Hold
any
on.
fucking thing?
Because that's what the court says, even whether she got the kid or not. You got to do another hearing.
This bitch smoking dope all goddamn day off his money, and he got man. This shit crazy, dog.
But no, hold on. Let's be honest. That motherfucker, she already said he behind. He ain't been paying no goddamn child support
It don't
because he
even
been on
matter.
that shit
No,
too.
no, sir.
No,
No,
he's
sir.
here
He
in
has an
Trevor.
arrearage from before.
Yeah, that's he's still paying
Yeah, so
on.
that mean that motherfucking you got two
No, it
crackheads who had
means
a
in the
fucked up ass
past he
baby.
has. No, all it means is in the past he hasn't paid.
No. She said he's in arrears now.
Yeah,
Then
he's
she
still
said
got.
he's in arrears.
Yeah, he's
Yes,
in arrears
he's
from.
I mean, he ain't been paying.
No. He's in a.
no,
He has a arrearage already that he's been paying on.
and
then
he's
one.
been paying his child support.
Yes.
Listen, go back 10 seconds, sir.
All right. Yes.
Because I heard it completely different.
I'll take you back 15, motherfucker.
Mutually agreed to. And Ashley's to continue to be supervised by my parents. I asked that Christian's child support be terminated, but he continue to pay on his arrearage per month because he is behind.
Oh, okay. So he is behind.
That's all I have right now, Judge.
What?
All right.
But he's been paying on arrearage.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been paying.
You're basically requesting, your relief that you're requesting is basically set out in the safety plan, is it not, Miss Anderson?
Yes, but as I
Yeah.
said, CPS says it's voluntary since they have not filed a case,
I understand that.
and Ashley's made it where I can't do anything.
I understand. Ms. Plotty, do you have any questions for Miss Anderson?
No questions, no, sir.
All right. Ms. Kincaid?
Thank you, Your Honor. So just to be clear, the department has not filed a case against Ms. Pilati and Mr. Leaf. Is that correct?
Yes,
But the children were removed from her home. Is that correct?
yes,
And
Crazy, dog. That's
they're
fucking
currently
crazy.
placed with your parents. So that would be Lulu's or Lucian's great grandparents. Is that correct?
yes,
Okay. And in the past, you have always, or for the last 2 years minimum, you have been the one that makes her medical appointments. Is that correct?
yes,
And you take her to and from those medical appointments. Is that correct?
yes,
And since there is a safety plan in place from the department, you're no longer able to make those medical appointments. Is that correct?
yes,
And that is really important because obviously Lucian's a child, but also she has some other health issues that need to be attended to. Is that correct?
yes,
And you need to be able to enroll her in school since she's going to be going into kindergarten. Is that correct?
yes,
And to ensure that, you know, she gets to and from school. Is that correct?
yes,
And in the past, part of the reason for removal, we believe, is that there was a truancy complaint filed.
yes,
And just to back up a little bit, the child has historically stayed with your parents or with you from Thursday nights until Sunday mornings when you would return the child to school. Is that correct?
Well, actually, yes, except for Mondays, we have dance, so it would be after dance in the evening on Monday.
Okay. So the issue was not the child's attendance on Mondays and Fridays. Is that correct?
Yes,
And that's when your family has the child.
yes.
The
Is
issue
this
with
child,
it,
excuse me, is this child in pre-K or kindergarten?
She was in Head Start.
Oh, Head Start. Okay, thank you.
okay, just to clarify for the court, Lucian has an older sister. Is that correct?
Yes, Exara.
Okay. And what grade is Exara in?
I believe she's in first grade. I can't be sure.
Okay. And so the issue for that we believe caused the removal is that Exara missed Tuesdays through Thursdays as well.
Well, I believe Exara was missing Monday through Fridays.
Okay. But she's not your grandchild.
No.
Okay. So
Damn.
the problem that we had, going back, the problem that we had
Wait.
is that the child was
She was missing Monday through. She missed the whole fucking week. How much motherfucking meth do you have to be smoking for your kids to miss every damn day of the week?
Sir, she matches energy.
That's a fact. I'm sorry. My bad. My bad. That shirt
Rock
is
for rock, sir. Rock for rock.
rock for rock. That's crazy.
She's
missing
powered by
Tuesdays through
crystal, sir.
Thursdays.
Yes.
Okay. And in addition, we're aware that there were some drug screens done by the department.
Yes.
And the results of those drug screens were concerning to the department.
Yes.
And the department put in a safety plan and gave 90 days to do follow-up and see what kind of progress has been made. Is that correct?
Yes.
We're gonna stop using dope in
Some
90
of those
days.
things we know are transportation, housing, employment. Is that correct?
Yes.
Do you know if she's required to do an OSAR?
I do not know.
Okay. There are some classes that she needs to attend. Is that correct?
I would assume.
Okay.
Now, for the record, she is Miss Pilati.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, thank you.
Yes. And without talking about the, details of what happened in the family team meeting, suffice it to say the children were not returned to Miss Pilati after that meeting.
Correct.
Okay. And so what you're asking the court today is that you be named a conservator, temporary managing conservator of the child so that you can make sure that her medical needs are met and she is able to be enrolled in school and that she can attend school.
Yes.
And to clarify to the court, Ms. Anderson, you don't want to raise Lucian.
No.
You want her parents to raise her. Is that correct?
Yes.
And you would be happy or thrilled if one or both of these parents could do a great job in co-parenting this child in the future.
Yes.
But right now, you're concerned for Lucian's safety.
Yes.
Okay, and so you're asking the court to name you temporary managing conservator. You are asking the court to have supervised visitation for Miss Pilati.
Yes.
All right. Came to mind with a final super chat says, I partly blame the grandparents. Do y'all think grandparents' rights needs to be stronger? Millennials and Gen Z are retarded in their behavior. I would say absolutely not, right? If the kids are fucking up, give the kids to the grandparents.
Well, the thing is, right? CPS needs to be forced to bring cases.
Yeah.
If this bitch didn't make her 90 days.
Yeah, that 90-day shit is stupid.
Yeah. And they do this because it makes people feel bad.
Yeah.
And they don't want to give her a record and all this other bullshit. When all they should be worried about is the condition of those kids.
Yeah. Now you gotta understand that some of these shits was happening is these kids are being led by fucked up parents and the CPS ain't doing absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
That's the problem. The answer will be yes. No, not a problem. Because some grandparents go overboard and they try to do things that is not in the best interest
Oh,
of
yeah. Yeah. In some states, like grandparents can get visitation and shit.
Yeah, that some of the shit
which is just weird to me.
Fucking absolutely retarded. Just because you don't agree the way someone's raising their child doesn't mean that you are the parent. If you want more kids, pop that pussy open, get some more kids, get yourself pregnant. I mean, that's the only way. Because some of these grandparents literally think they are the actual parents.
Oh, yeah.
And won't allow the child to motherfucking beat their child to be a fucking adult. And that to me is asinine and insane. So no, I don't think grandparents should have more fucking rights than what they have. But actually, grandparents don't really have that many rights to begin with.
No, but CPS needs to be forced into these cases.
Yeah, especially when she said she's on drugs. He's been clean for a year. Who do you think should have the kid?
Neither
She's
one.
been clean for a year?
No, he been clean for a year.
He's been clean.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but he's not set up to have the kid yet.
And he said he wasn't. He's
Yeah.
all in favor for the what is it?
Yeah.
Governorship.
Yeah.
But this bitch over there shaking her head. She over there fucking jailbirds and shit. The fuck kind
But the problem is, they did everything. I don't know why. This bitch got a nerve. They did everything for you, whore. Literally. They even gave you a place to stay. Bought your car. They don't owe you nothing.
Last week they gave her a car. She a fucking crackhead or a meth head.
Yeah.
White people is evil. White people is evil. That's what I keep hearing.
No, sir, they're racist.
That's what Dr.
I've heard racist and evil. Those two go coincide together all the time. Evil white racist.
And as agreed by the parties.
Yes.
Okay, I'll pass the witness.
Do you have any other thing you'd like to say, Miss Anderson? Anything else?
No, sir.
Do you have any other witnesses?
No, sir.
Miss Pilaty, would you like to testify?
I
No, sir.
want to say that she has license now.
You need to raise your right hand, please, ma'am.
Raise your
I need to swear you in.
Oh,
You solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give and the matter now in hearing before this court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help you God.
I do.
All right, you need to state your name for the record, and then you can tell me what you want me to hear.
God, I can't.
All right. My name is Ashley Michelle Pilati.
I'm a
And
crackhead.
she said that on my drug screening that I tested positive for marijuana, which I did not. And meth they had ruled out because I am prescribed Adderall.
Oh,
so that's what that came up for. The only thing that I did fell for was cocaine, but I have been sober. And then her also saying that I haven't
Wait a minute, what?
to the doctor in 2 years is also
Wasn't on the meth.
Wait a minute.
I wasn't on the
So you
meth and I
fell
wasn't
for
on the
coke?
pot, but I was on the cocaine.
But hold on, how the fuck she say she fell for cocaine, but she been sober?
I don't.
Apparently you haven't been, bitch. That don't make any sense.
Sir, it's only cocaine.
Drug dealer.
They used to put it in Coca-Cola, sir.
They don't sell drugs, sir.
It's just
Fuck
cocaine,
am I
sir.
doing? I know.
Why you hating?
Listen, you right. I might mute my mic. I ain't got nothing to do with it.
This shit insane.
lie. I could get medical records to prove that as well. I just got her teeth fixed. Like, I'm more than capable.
But you're on
of
coke
taking
right now.
it.
Well,
And I
Adderall.
don't appreciate her saying that I haven't done this and this in a few years when I actually have.
She'd probably taken that kid to the
Anything
dentist
else?
since it was
That's
3.
about it.
All right, Miss Anderson, do you have any questions for this witness?
No, no, sir.
Ms. Kincaid?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. Ms. Pilati, when was the date of your last drug screen?
It was a few weeks ago and I came up clean, so.
Okay, was that a hair follicle or UA?
UA.
Okay. Are you working anywhere?
I have a job at Domino's coming up. I was working at the Dollar General, but they just took me off the schedule out of nowhere with like no reasoning. I couldn't get a hold of the manager, nothing. They wouldn't answer my phone calls or anything.
Okay. Do you have stable housing?
Right now, yes.
Okay, where
it's not my house, but I'm living with my boyfriend's mother right now.
Okay, so is that a house or an apartment?
It's a house.
Okay, how many people live in that house?
3.
And how many bedrooms is it?
It's a
That is not stable housing.
bedroom, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, so who else lives in the house with you?
That's stable
Me,
housing.
my boyfriend and his mom.
Okay, and
What's your boyfriend's name?
Caleb.
What's his
last name?
Last name Bailey.
And his mother's name?
They can look up criminal records.
I just keep
Oh my
myself
God.
over here. I don't really know her name.
Oh my God, dog.
Does she live in the house with you?
Yes.
What are we doing
know her name?
here?
Yeah. She works
I
like
know
all
her
the
mama.
time. So
Black folks are retarded.
All the time.
pretty much.
All right.
She high right now.
Thank you, Miss Kincaid. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
No.
And regarding transportation,
Did you see the eye roll? Hold on. Watch
That was
this
the dumbest thing I ever heard in my life.
Pretty much.
All right. Thank you, Ms.
She got
Kincaid.
that,
Thank
that
you.
post-meth
Thank you, Your
drip.
Honor. And regarding transportation, it sounds like, do you have transportation now?
Yes, I just bought a vehicle.
Okay. As a requirement of the safety plan that's been put in place, have you been asked to do an OSAR evaluation?
No.
Have you been asked to attend AA or NA?
Yes, I start those classes. I start them on Thursdays and Saturdays.
Okay. Have you started those?
Not yet.
Okay. And the safety plan was put in place over 3 months ago. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Have you, are you asked to take a parenting class?
No.
Have you been asked to take a, to attend individual counseling?
No.
Okay.
I already have. I'm already in counseling on my own. So.
Okay. What other requests has the department made of you to get Lucian and your other daughter back?
They just need me to do this 12-week program with the daily recovery, and that's pretty much it at this point.
Crazy.
Okay.
How about
Are
stop
you
using
getting, are
drugs
you
and get a house?
allowed visitation with Lucian at this time?
Yes.
Okay. When are you allowed to have visitation with Lucian?
Anytime, as long as the grandparents are free and they're not like out of town or anything, or
Okay. When is the last time you went and visited Lucian?
I think it was not this last weekend, but the weekend
It's
before
a
we
great
video
mother.
called. I video called with her and Exara because I was supposed to see both of them, but he wasn't able to make it down with Exara. So
Okay. And do you live here in Pampa? Is that correct?
yes.
And the child is currently residing in Pampa. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. So you could see Lucian anytime without restriction, so long as she's basically not in school. Is that correct?
Yeah, or they're not out of town.
Okay. Have you been asked to assist with, daily things with Lucian? You could go over there anytime, help cook, clean, put her to bed, do morning routine, night routine. Have you been asked that?
They said that would be like a good thing to do, but Debbie and Papa, they said that they wouldn't really want that because they have
Oh my
their own
God.
schedule with her and they wouldn't want me to like intervene with it. So
Okay. So when's the last time you saw Lucian in person?
in person, I would say 3 or 4 weeks ago.
Damn.
Okay.
It was on a weekend.
Okay. I'll pass witness.
And how long was that visit?
30
They
minutes.
usually last up to like an hour 30 minutes.
All right. And do you have any other kind of
Jeez.
contact with her?
We do video calls on Facebook, like on the messenger.
And how often do those happen?
Almost
Once a
every
month.
weekend for sure. Because I do it with her and Exara, because Exara stays in Amarillo with her dad.
All right.
Why you don't do it every day?
Anything else you'd like to tell
It's
the
a
court?
video call.
Because she got meth.
Well, also I might not have like technically a full-time job, no, but I do like I make press-on nails on the side, so that does take up a lot of my time
Oh
as well.
my gosh.
So that is a source of income that I do have. It's just not like in an actual shop.
Right. Get your girl.
Ms.
Get your
Kincaid?
girl.
Any witnesses?
I have Mr. Leith, please.
All right, Mr. Lee, please raise your right hand. You solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give and the matter now in hearing before this court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help you God.
Yes, sir.
Ms. Kincaid, be sure and speak up because we could barely hear you say that.
Yes, sir.
Oh, much better. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Please state your name for the court.
Christian Leith.
And Mr. Leith, you're the child, the subject of this suit. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
You've heard Miss Anderson's testimony today.
Yes, ma'am.
And do you agree with her testimony?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you believe that it would be in Lucian's best interest for Miss Anderson to be named the temporary managing conservator of the child?
Yes, ma'am.
And you understand that her wish is to assist you, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And that if you could become stable, safe, sober, appropriate placement, her intention is to dismiss out of the case. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And if Ms. Pilati can do the same, that her intention is to dismiss out of the case. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so do you join Ms. Anderson in agreeing with what she's asking the court today?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Thank you. I'll pass the witness, Your Honor.
Ms. Anderson, any questions for Mr. Leaf?
No, sir.
Ms. Pilati, any questions for Mr. Leaf?
No.
All right. Any other witnesses, Ms. Kincaid?
No, Your Honor, I rest.
All right. Ms. Anderson, do you close?
Yes, I rest.
And Ms. Pilati, do you also rest?
Yes.
All right.
Bitch, you ain't never seen those kids.
Let's see. The court will take judicial notice of Exhibit A. I think it is.
What do y'all think he gonna do?
That bitch ain't never getting them kids back.
Mm.
She ain't got stable housing. She's still on drugs. She can't even take time out her day to do a FaceTime call with her kids every day. She talking about once on the weekends. Like, you don't ever need to see those kids again.
Seen the kid in 3 to 4 weeks, and she live in the same town.
The crazy, my thing is the bare minimum time, just FaceTiming your kids. You can't even do that. You don't never need to see them kids again. I'm sorry. You're a fucked up individual. Go ahead, smoke meth, whatever, whoever smoking meth with. And like the person said, she a freeloader. She's staying in somebody else's house again. They don't even know their name. She probably don't even speak. Tell me I keep to myself. You's an ignorant bitch.
She don't speak at all. I can tell you that right now. That bitch don't speak.
Yeah. You're an ignorant bitch.
They probably got
And if
mom
any
locked
dude
in
to
the
get with her,
basement.
any dude get with her, you know he a dumbass too. So
Oh,
keep them kids away from this bitch.
Absolutely.
Which is the attached to the petition and intervention and motion to modify temporary orders. And that is the Child Protective Services Safety Plan, which was executed by Ms. Pilati, signed by her on February 9, 2024, as well as Jerry Anderson, the movement on February 9, 2024, and Robert and Debbie Douglas, as well as 2 representatives of the Department of Family and Protective Services. Also, we'll take notice of Exhibit C attached to that motion, which is the affidavit in support of custody by grandparent. And I forget the code section. I want to say it's 153009, but if you're going to change conservatorship, you have to have had that affidavit attached to the petition.
Damn.
On temporary orders if you're going to change that. So it'll be the order of the court that Jerry Dawn Anderson, the petitioner in the movement, is appointed temporary sole managing conservator of the child, Lucian Aurora Pilati. Mr. Leith and Miss Pilati will be named temporary possessory conservators. Miss Pilati, one question. Were you required to pay child support under the safety plan or otherwise?
No.
All right.
Only they said all I have to do is provide them food still.
The what? I'm sorry.
All I have to do is provide food for the kids still if they are in need.
All right. Okay. Let's see, I believe the request was that Mr. Leith his child support payments, his current child support payments be suspended. Is that correct, Ms. Anderson?
Yes.
And that he continue to be required to pay the amount in arrears?
Yes.
All right. And what is that amount?
Actually, Judge, I have not confirmed it yet. I will get confirmation, and I can e-file my confirmation from the Attorney General if you'd like. So you can see the actual amount.
I do have a copy of the Attorney General's intervention, which was non-suited, but that was several months ago. So
yeah,
if you would do that. Mr. Leith, do you know what the arrearage is?
Honestly, Judge, the last time that I seen it, it was over $10,000, but I've been paying it for a couple months now.
Is he drunk?
So it could be lower. I'm not sure.
And how much is the arrearage payment?
I pay about $100 a week, so in a month it's like $400.
Now, is that current or is
they
that
all
arrearage?
it's
That's
currently in arrearage.
All right. So you'll have to figure out what the arrearage is, and then the current. I'll go ahead and suspend the current child support effective June 1.
Absolutely.
Since that's just the end of next week.
Ain't got shit.
Let's
Look at her
see,
face.
visitation by Ashley Pilati will be supervised by Jerry Anderson or her designee with no overnights. The law requires that the court not simply allow it to be as mutually agreed. I've got to set a specific time.
Okay.
And I would do that from 10 to 12 on first, third, and fifth Saturday mornings.
Okay.
And those visits will be supervised. If you can
First,
mutually
third,
agree
and
on other
fifth Saturday.
supervised visits, then so be it. Let me tell you that mutually agreed upon means that everybody has to agree to it.
Right.
If one of you doesn't agree to it, then it's not agreed to. All right. And so it's not enforceable. So,
Okay.
But I do have to specify visitation. That's actually out of the Amarillo Court of Appeals. And so, no overnight visits. Let's see,
It's your dinner.
Ms. Anderson is temporary, is temporary sole managing conservator. You'll have the right to, as CPS has put it in their safety plan, handle school functions and requirements within the school system and ensure that Lucian attends as required.
Yeah, we read it, Kingdom Minded.
You'll be authorized to obtain medical, dental, vision, and psychiatric care for the child. Do you have a Medicaid or other health insurance card for
Yes,
her?
I have her Medicaid.
No.
All right. You can also, if you need to, apply for public benefits on behalf of the child. And it would be advisable if you would advise the parents that you of when those medical appointments are, but you'll be authorized to make those medical appointments as required and provide transportation for medical, dental, vision, school, daycare, therapy, and other services that the department may offer or other services that the child needs.
Thank you,
As
Judge.
well as all of the rights, privileges, powers, and duties of a managing conservator under the Texas Family Code.
Oh, in Texas.
All right.
Thank you.
And let's see, Miss Kincaid, you lucky. You're the only lawyer in the bunch, so I'm gonna let you prepare the order.
We can get it prepared, Your Honor.
All right, and be sure and give Miss Anderson and Miss Pilati a copy of it.
I'll get Miss Pilati.
Yes, Your Honor.
She gonna end up in the
I
trash.
appreciate y'all being here and good luck to you and good luck to Lucian.
Thank
No,
you.
sir. She
And
gonna roll that shit
Sarah
up in a
too,
blunt
even
and
though
smoke.
she's not part of this proceeding.
That's probably
All right.
true.
Thank you.
That's probably true too.
Or snort coke through it.
That bitch had everybody doing everything for her. That's for, and you still failed.
Bro, she ain't trying to be right. What are you talking about?
And she didn't even try and fight it.
No, she didn't.
No.
So she should have just fucking agreed to it.
Yeah. All right. Here's what Mayo put.
If you live with Mr. McCrae, you cannot return to that residence.
Oh, but how you just gonna tell me I can't go home now?
What?
How you gonna tell me I can't go to my home?
I just did.
Well, I bet I do.
Well, then you're in, young lady, and you've got 30 days. So you're not going. You're not what?
Whoa.
Get back! Get back!
You
Get
just said I got
back!
I'm not hearing nothing else.
That's another 30 days. That's 60 days.
So what?
90 days.
So
120 days.
Okay.
180 days.
Oh, he's quiet.
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
Get your hands off me, man. Come on. What else you got to say?
Oh, nothing. We'll talk in 6 months when you're ready to come back for your case.
I ain't bad. They got commissary. I got money.
That's 200 days. You got anything else to say, Miss Burks? That's 300 days.
Oh,
I don't give a fuck.
yeah, who gonna check me, boo? Yeah.
Who gonna check me, boo?
Yeah, Yeah, Mayo, that
I
was
tell
it.
you what, he gonna let her out next week.
No, he
You
ain't.
don't lock no Negro bitch up like that.
Yeah, he will. She just said, fuck
Nah,
you.
the Negro Defamation League will get that one.
You ain't do
The
shit.
GFC ain't gonna let her go down.
Oh, she going down, buddy.
So I know you know the magistrate. You see why she got the ticket she got.
Look at his fat ass.
I'm sorry, I was on hold. Let me just turn the light on.
What's your
Should I
name?
my name is Sausan Bajori.
What?
Do you have a notice of hearing from the court?
Yes. Actually, the mail, the letter that I received, I got it last, but I called the court and they gave me the magistrate ID because my hearing's today on the 13th. My name is Sausan Bajori. I can
Right.
provide
Your hearing is scheduled for 2:30 this afternoon, ma'am.
2 to 3.
No, 2:30 this afternoon.
Oh, I thought it's 9 and I couldn't sleep. I was waiting, anxious. Can we finish it now or no?
No, because the officer's not here. The officer will be here at 2:30.
I understand, sir.
Okay. We'll see you then.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Got Ms.
Yes.
Majuri. These
Yes,
are
sir.
citations 24 RO 03065 and 3065A. One ticket was for speeding. It was written for 45 and a 25. The other citation was for no proof of insurance. The tickets go back to the 20th day of April. They were issued about 6:12 in the evening on Washington near Harrison. When you were stopped, was your vehicle insured?
It was insured and I have the proof of insurance now with me. And I informed my officer that I have insurance, but it's going to take me a good while to dig into it because it was in one of the emails.
What?
Can you put the proof of insurance on the screen?
I don't know how to print it, but I can actually, my phone is not the super good phone because I don't have money to get another one for
This
now.
bitch all over the place.
Sometimes it just go dead, but I have the number, the insurance, it's a AAA.
Ma'am, I'm not. Do you have a certificate of no fault insurance in your possession right now?
It is. The insurance
Okay, would
is
you
with
put it
me.
in front of the camera and then speak, please?
No, it is with me digitally. I have the insurance digitally, sir. I can give it to you so you can definitely be sure that it is a Michigan certificate of insurance.
Can you
and
screen
type of
share it?
a screenshot it. I can screenshot it. I don't know how to send it to you, sir. I
For the
definitely
hearing,
can.
ma'am, you should have a paper copy.
I'm gonna call bullshit.
I never had a paper copy. Everything I do is online.
Who you calling bullshit to?
Dude, these overseas bitches, they know how to do everything on the phone.
Now you don't like the overseas bitches, man.
Everything on the phone, sir.
Yeah, he ain't making that up.
I know. I'm not. Hey, get from underneath there, fatty. Hey, this dog is fat as fuck. Get your ass back.
Sir,
Getting it for the hearing would have been how you would have prepared for the hearing. We'll go back to this issue. Let's go back to the speeding, 45 and a 25. You can admit, you can deny, or you can admit with an explanation.
Well, I was just
Yeah,
trying to way.
I was speeding with not me being aware. First of all, I didn't have a job.
Ma'am, you
and I
haven't
was-
spoken, you haven't addressed the question that I asked you.
So,
Are you admitting or denying that you were driving 45 and a 25?
I can't remember, but since the officer stopped me and he said yes, I was speeding, I can't deny the officer. Why would he accuse me? You know, I can't deny the law of enforcement. They're here to protect us to enforce the law. This is 100% understandable. So I'm not sure, but I can't deny that either.
Yeah, she should have got out of this by blowing into
You were
the.
admitting that you were speeding.
I guess
Alcohol
so.
testing.
I'm not sure. I'm
Please
I-
raise your right hand.
Or she could have just blew the cop.
Well, there is.
Yeah, that's what
there-
that's
Please
the
raise
alcohol
your
tester
right
I'm
hand.
talking about, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. I can't understand. What does
Please
that mean?
raise your right hand to take the oath.
She would have gave him some throat. He'd been all right. He would never got the ticket.
Yes,
Do you
I
swear?
swear.
What do you
I
swear?
swear. I swear I'm not sure. I was not aware. I was not aware. And
Ma'am,
I have my
this is
Are you
not a
trying to trigger
monologue.
me today? You trying to
It's
trigger
not.
me?
I
This is
understand.
not a monologue.
Are you
Stop
fucking playing with me today?
please. I'm asking you to take an oath. While I'm trying to give the oath, you're talking. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give in this matter will be the truth?
I swear that the testimony that I'm gonna give now.
Oh, is it yes or no?
Okay, the officer will testify first as to the speeding, please.
All right. Magistrate, on the date previously mentioned, on April 20th, 24, approximately 6:12 p.m., I was on patrol in marked car 803. I was conducting a distracted and dangerous driving campaign. I was running stationary radar on Washington when I observed a black SUV driving northbound. I was parked southbound at Hudson. I visually estimated the speed of the vehicle to be 45 miles per hour in a posted 25 zone. I then confirmed that with my front stationary opposite radar at 45 miles per hour. I had a solid, steady tone and locked the speed at 45. I had prior tested my radar to be working. It demonstrated operational correctly during my shift, and at the end of the shift, I tested it as well. I stopped the defendant, Ms. Bajouri, at Washington and 7th Street. She stated that she was driving for Uber. She was distracted by the passengers and music, and that she didn't know the limit. When I asked her to find the proof of insurance, I essentially got what you saw earlier, where she was unable to provide it for me. She said it was buried somewhere in her phone. She dismissed me and told me that she was just doing something important. She was not able to provide it and never did until once I gave her the ticket. Then she says, well, you didn't give me a chance. I'll find it. Well, this is at the end of the stop. She was required by law to provide it upon request immediately, which she failed to do so. Thus concludes my testimony,
He's
Magistrate.
like, he's a stickler for everything.
Ms. Bajuri, the ticket was issued on the 20th day of April.
Yeah, that's like the cop.
You're
You don't
sitting here
do it
now
with.
on the
You don't have
13th
everything
day of
written down.
May. Can you produce proof of insurance today?
No.
I can email it to you right now. I can email it to you, sir, right now. I didn't know. I have never been, I've done my insurance, and I swear to God, I done my insurance online.
Don't be swearing to God when you're under oath. What?
I am under oath.
That is extremely offensive to take an oath within an oath.
I'm sorry.
Now, you've had a month and a half to get it here. Emailing it to me doesn't cut the mustard. It should have been here now. If you can screen share it, I'll look at it now.
Definitely.
Well, then do it, please.
Okay, sir. I'm going to my car.
Are you able to see that, officer?
I'm trying to see if I can somehow scroll in. She is indeed screen sharing it. What was screenshotted says your policy term is November 9th, 2023 to May 9th, 2024.
Exactly.
So it is, while it is not technically current, it does show coverage at the date of the ticket.
Definitely. And I will ask them, they should have mailed it to my address, or I will
is
ask
the
them to
credit?
email it. Yes,
Do you have the VIN of the vehicle that's being insured?
it is insured.
Stand by, ma'am. It appears that, yes, the VIN is indeed a match. That is for the correct vehicle.
Ms. Bajuri, did you want to testify as to the speed?
Yes, the speed is a big problem, sir. The speed is a big problem. I have my car insured. I pay all the insurance, and the speed, it killed me, sir. The speed killed me. Sir, I don't have, I was offering,
Mayo,
and I
that's some
don't
good
have
pussy
the
right
money
there.
to pay it.
'Cause
And
she's
also, I
stupid.
can't add these things, these points on my car while I was distracted by 6 girls in my car. I didn't want to put them down, and I took them in my car, and they were laughing. And then I said, guys, are you making fun of me? They were laughing. They distracted me. I don't know. They were not like the super great passengers. They were going to drink, and I wanted to put them safe to take them safe, because I know when kids or when people they go to drink, they have to take an Uber. So I didn't want to put them down, but they were not the great passengers with me. Even you can ask them. I said, "Are you laughing at me? Like they distracted me and Uber because I'm a Royal Oak in a busy area and I'm helping people in my nice car. It's a Buick Enclave 23. I should have not Ubered in it, but I was unemployed and I have to pay for my kids. I have 4 kids."
Ma'am, I
Then
asked you to deal with the speeding ticket. Would you speak to the issue of your speed if you can? How fast do you think you were going?
I thought I was maybe going 30 or something, 35, because I was always receiving from Uber request, because I'm on Royal Oak and a lot of people, some of them, they are drunk, they can't drive, some of them, and I was always declining and they were laughing of me for some reason. They were laughing all the time. And I looked at them like that was not nice, like, like they were talking between.
And get these motherfuckers out of the country. Get these motherfuckers out of the country.
She got 4 anchor babies. She ain't going nowhere.
Fuck, man.
In themselves, I don't know what they were talking and laughing, and that was, I don't know. I mean, they might just want to have fun, but they can't talk in like just in their ears and then laugh. That was really distracting me, and I was feeling offense of, like, it was disrespectful. I'm an Uber driver for a purpose. I'm a foreign pharmacist and I am in the licensing of my pharmacy degree. And when I Uber because I need to make my own money. I need to make my own money, and I have
Passengers laughing at you is not an excuse for almost doubling the speed. The speed limit there was 25. Your speed was measured at 45. There's no testimony to the contrary other than your passengers were laughing at you, which would not have any relevance whatsoever. So I do believe you're responsible, as cited on that.
But if you can reduce it, at least I can pay the 200, and I can't have all these points. It's getting my insurance. They just renewed my insurance and they added a lot. Like I have to drive to work. And I'm quitting this Uber. I'm not gonna do it after this citation. It was the end of Uber, and I searched for a job, and I finally 2 days ago I started working.
And you've had 4 crashes in 2 years. You've had multiple tickets in the last several years. The average driver goes 7 years, 9 months between tickets, and it's a good thing you're not going to be Ubering. That's a tough job, and I'm sure that anything is better than that, but the fine is $200. And on the insurance ticket, you did not show it to the officer when he stopped you.
I said I have it, but I didn't deny that I'm not insured.
Talking doesn't do it, ma'am. You have to show him. Because it was insured, the statutory minimum fine that I can impose is $25.
I could have searched it. And I told him I can search it, but it's gonna take a while. No, I told him, and I was really like, he didn't wait on me. This is the only critical.
When the officer asked you for it, you couldn't find it. He then went back to his car. He was back at his car for multiple minutes doing the stuff he had to do. During that time, you could have found it.
It was very fast,
you
sir.
could have found it if you would have looked, and you didn't. The fine is $25. It's not going to go any lower because it can't go lower. That's the least fine that can be imposed for what you did or didn't do.
God damn, boy.
So it's $200 on the speed, $25
I'm not,
One good dick track with them big titties, you could have got out of this. With that fat stomach.
I don't know these rules in Royal Oak, and I swear I'm not gonna Uber even
There
if
is no special rule about insurance in Royal Oak. That's a state law. The speed limit in any city, the speed limit is 25 unless the city raises it or lowers it. I'm not talking expressways. And this is not just a residential area that is 25 miles an hour because all residential areas are 25. This is a posted 25-mile-an-hour residential area, and the fine is $200. The fine for the speeding is 200. The fine for not showing the proof of insurance is 25. They both need to be paid. You can do it online. You can mail in a check.
He could have just cut that other ticket out of there. That was, now he a dick because she talked too much. I get it, but damn.
Your money order, or you could come to the courthouse and pay it at the counter, but they need to be paid. Thank you.
Sir, but regarding the tickets, regarding the points, that's hurting me, sir. That's hurting me. I'm not gonna Uber again. I can't. I Ubered a lot of people. I helped a lot of people, and I drove them safe.
The consequences for your conduct are being visited upon you. It's your conduct that is causing the circumstances that you're complaining of.
If you just can excuse me, just half of the points.
You taught him that shit.
We're done.
So I know you know me, magistrate. You see why she got the ticket she got.
Oh, he a stickler. He a stickler.
I told you that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he don't play that shit. He gonna have everything written down. You can't. You better not go on court half-ass with him.
Nope, that's his whole life.
Yeah.
I don't blame him for it.
He working at midnight on his fucking notebook after he got off the shift.
I can see why though. She was a pain in the fucking ass. God damn.
All right, we got a couple more because we started the movie at 8 promptly. And I ain't even tell you what the movies are. Fuck y'all. Especially you, LA. And
what happened to the Father's Day stream?
Oh yeah.
It's Father's Day.
Huh?
Time fucking around.
I forgot. You supposed to tell me.
I only told you about 32 times.
Nigga, I'm old.
Prizes and shit for fathers, all kind of shit.
They don't. We can still do the will.
Yeah.
They don't take nothing.
We can do it during the movie, motherfucker.
I'm sure. Give people the right.
I really forgot. I totally forgot. We can stop. We can start doing that shit now if you want to. If y'all want to watch this and then go to do that. I literally forgot. I'm old, nigga.
Listen, this whole license to practice law. Come on, the jig is up. The jig is up.
That's Otis, nigga.
All right, let's go with Albert Hicks. Albert Hicks. How he got on my docket, I don't know. This is the city of Detroit versus Albert Hemmer Hicks Jr. Case number SP 144-254, counts 1, 2, and 3. SP 144-27651. Appearance for the record, please. And strike that. Wait a minute. SP 150-08721. Appearance for the record, please.
That one ours?
Elwood S. Berry Jr. On behalf of the defendant, state your full name, Mr. Albert Heimer Hicks, and no one is to speak on my behalf.
Okay.
I'm my own attorney. You're your own attorney. You're an attorney registered by the state of Michigan. Licensed to practice law, and you've been practicing law over the bench. You say I have been? Would you like to litigate against me? I'm not litigating anything against you. Okay, you have been practicing law across the bench since we started this. And I'm challenging jurisdiction today. Okay. What do you want to do, Mr. Hicks? You want a trial date, or you want the offer in the back? I'm challenging jurisdiction. Okay, put it in a motion. I don't have to put it in the motion. I don't have to put it in the motion. If I say you do, you do. No, you don't have the right to do that. You don't have a Congress number. You don't have delegated authority to do that. Okay.
What is hanging on his window?
All right, well, I'm trial challenging date, jurisdiction.
Trial date, I'm denying. What is your motion? You're challenging my jurisdiction?
I'm challenging everybody's jurisdiction because you have none.
Okay, so
Honor your oath of office, please. Honor your oath of office. Okay?
are we going to sit here and debate those
It's not
positions?
a debate. It's my constitutional right. It's my constitutional right.
You think so? Okay,
I know
so
are you violating my constitutional rights on how you deem them to be?
no, I'm not.
Okay.
I don't believe so.
And then please don't have me file for Title 18, 242.
Please
What is on his window?
Okay, I have a transcript from all the other times I talked with you because you've been practicing across the bench for the longest.
Okay, so what are you gonna do today, Mr. Hicks?
Challenge jurisdiction.
He got bars
challenging
inside the window.
Because you have no jurisdiction. You have the burden of proof is on whoever assessed the jurisdiction. Who's the assessor of jurisdiction?
I am, in this case.
Okay.
And I deny that motion.
Why you deny the motion? Because you don't have.
So Mr. Hicks, you're a grown man.
No,
Let's have a few seconds. Wait a minute. Let's have a few second conversation, okay? Now let's get this straight. I'm running this show, okay? So if I'm gonna allow you to talk and say what you have to say, you're talking about challenging jurisdiction right now. That's what the discussion is. I say I have jurisdiction. The court rules say I have jurisdiction. The Constitution of the state of Michigan, I have jurisdiction. So don't talk while I'm talking. I'm denying your motion as far as you can my jurisdiction. Okay? So take your hood off, please. So that, what else do you want? How do you want to proceed now moving forward?
I motion to dismiss.
I'm denying that motion. Okay, let me ask you this. What basis are you denying the motion to dismiss?
Because no crime, a bill of attainder, no injured party. I told you all of this at the beginning, and you denied everything. You practice over the bench.
Okay, so now I'm going to give you two options.
As a matter of fact, hold on. Give me a minute.
He said, give me a minute.
And 3 because you started threatening me. You remember that?
No, you were the one, wait a minute, you were the one, Mr. Hicks, that said, oh, say all that while you're on the bench. Did you say that last time?
Do you have the transcripts? Yeah, I said it. Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Yes,
so why didn't you say you had the transcripts
I
then?
don't even have a
I
license
thought about
to
that. Listen, this whole
have license to practice law. Come on, the jig is up. The jig is up.
Oh my God.
All right, so now the jig is up.
Why you ain't make this into a damn
I'm
draft?
not letting you say any more about this. I'm denying your motions. Now, I'm going to give you two options. The first option is you can either take the deal that's in the file, or we can. Okay, don't talk while I'm talking.
I tell you what.
Don't talk while I'm talking.
A few minutes. I got your paperwork ready. I got your paperwork ready. You really want to
talk?
You really want to do this?
All right. Now I'm going to give you one more time to interrupt me. If you interrupt me again, I'm going to hold you in contempt of court.
He ain't scared of you, bitch.
All right. So the other option is we set a jury trial.
I bet you he will.
And we'll set the jury trial. I'll give you motion dates where you can have the dates and you can put all of your stuff in writing that you want before the court.
And I'll make a date on that date. I'll make a date when I'll rule on those motions. So, do you want the offer or do you want the jury trial date in the motion date?
Jury trial.
I thought that the trial was up to me, whether I have a bench trial or a jury trial. It's not up to you.
Uh-oh.
No, it's not up to you. I'm giving you. Everybody has a right to a jury trial. Absolutely. And I'm going to allow you to exercise that jury trial right. I'm not going to sit here and entertain a bench trial for you.
You said bench or bitch?
Let a jury of your peers determine your innocence or guilt. Why would I do that?
Okay.
How? I have the right to either or. You're not the one.
Let's stick with bitch because it sounds better.
Yes, I do.
Yes, sir.
Of course I do.
Yeah, the bitch trial.
All right, I'm moving on. All right, move on.
Ooh.
You didn't answer my question, so I'm moving on.
Ooh.
And I'm gonna put you out.
We ain't playing that shit.
Or at least mute yourself. All right, let's do this and let's go back on the record one more time with Mr. Hicks.
That's Otis. Y'all ain't know that shit. That's Otis right there. Oh goddamn.
Oh goddamn.
Something's wrong with your volume, Miss Mason.
Oh, I'm sorry, Your Honor. It might be my mic is down.
Oh my God.
For the record, Your Honor, Diachiku Mason, City of Detroit, 43471. This is the date and time set for a final pretrial in this matter.
Is that a woman or a man?
Whatever you want it to be.
Mayo, is that
Its
a woman
name
or
was
a man?
its name was Chico, wasn't it?
I don't fucking know. I don't know.
I mean, isn't that Spanish masculine?
No, I guess. Motherfucker, I don't know. I failed Spanish.
Chico would be masculine and
Chica
would be feminine.
failed Spanish, so I don't know none of that shit. We're just gonna go with that. We'll go with that's a man. We'll go with that's a man because we don't know. I don't want to step on that pronoun.
Your Honor, I did subpoena my officers to be here today for the final pretrial, and I do not see them here today.
Uh-oh.
Remove your hat, please. No drinking, please. Treat this like you're in the courthouse.
You talking to that nigga again?
Remove your hat, please, Mr. Hicks.
Man, fuck you, and
All right. What are we gonna do? The officers were supposed to be here today.
Dismiss, baby.
I'm only dealing with SP 15, SP 1442547, counts 1, 2, and 3, SP 1442761, and SP 5008721. I'm only dealing with those matters. And the officers are not here. So we're gonna make this easy. And now, what I don't appreciate is, I thought about that comment that you made that last time,
Now you acting like a bitch.
basically, you're almost like a little lightweight threat that you had toward me, saying that, oh, I'm only doing this, I'm only this way because I'm being protected by the bench. That's absolutely not. I'm the same way 24 hours a day.
I don't believe it.
Okay, so let's
Mutual
get that
combat.
straight.
Call it, Judge.
This robe has nothing to do with me as a
Got me
man.
fucked up. Got me fucked up.
That what you think?
I'm gonna dismiss the
I
case.
got money on Otis, man.
Because
I got
no
money on Otis,
officers
baby.
here. I would like to collect my costs and fees. Pardon me? I would like to collect my costs and fees for having to defend myself. I don't want to hear anything else you have to say.
Oh, you gonna
Man,
beautiful.
Ooh.
Bye.
Damn, he bitched you too, and you dismissed the case. Oh, you's a bitch, Judge. He ain't lie.
This part two. Oh damn. Oh damn. He didn't dismiss the case. He just made it go to.
I thought he said he dismissed the case.
He dismissed the things they were covering that day. There's still more.
All right, LA, go ahead. I'm getting my wheel ready. You getting your wheel ready?
I don't have one. It's all you.
And that
Oh, I don't know how many people on your shit and I'm on mine.
Yeah. And that sovereign will call that a win.
You got to make your will, sir.
I don't know how to make a will.
Oh, don't worry. I got you, sir. You know, in this case, I got you, bro. I'm going to send you to this damn place right here. Copyright, John. Where you at? Where you at? I'll put it there in the back.
All right.
All right. What the fuck is this? Private chat. All right. Boom. There you go. Wheel of names, baby. Mine almost done.
Okay. So we just basically type all the fucking names in.
Yes, sir.
Oh my god.
You don't want got 100 goddamn subscribers. All right. Well, while you do that, we're gonna go ahead and play another feature. You cool with that, sir?
Go ahead.
All right. We got 2 more in that case.
B-21516-FH, People of the State of Michigan versus Donald Raymond Lamont Lester. We are here today for a final pretrial conference in this case. First, let me have the attorneys place their appearances on the record, beginning with Ms. McClure.
E.B. McClure filling in for prosecutor of record I-16.
Damaris Hennigan on behalf of Donald Lester.
All right, and Mr. Lester, I believe, is in the jail Zoom 2 device. Mr. Lester, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, so I don't know what's going on with the camera. We can't see you. It looks to be shooting at the almost. I'm saying that we can't see you, Mr. Lester. So Ms. Hennigan, where do we stand? Are we ready to proceed to trial on June 20th?
Thank you, Your Honor. I met with my client yesterday and did make the final offer to him with regard to plea agreements. My client has declined to accept the plea that was offered by prosecution. I also was informed by my client that he has filed a few motions. I guess you would say pro se. I have not seen those motions myself, but he says he mailed them to the court. He does have many objections to the proceedings. That being said, the next step that would be appropriate with regard to our legal procedures would be to go forward with trial. I am prepared to do that, though I do believe that my client will object to that, Your Honor. So I do want to make sure that I represent his wishes as well, while I still inform the court of whether or not I'm ready to proceed. So I will be ready to proceed for trial next week. That being said, my client does not want to go to trial.
Yeah, it's court rainbow bullshit.
That the court doesn't have jurisdiction over him on this matter in order for us to move to trial. And he was very upset. I would add, just for the record, for his, for appellate purposes for him, that he was upset that I agreed to a trial schedule at a past hearing. And I did try to explain to him that that's just a procedure, that the court is on timeframes according to statute, and that at some point we do have to set a trial schedule, even though it was my intent to continue to try to negotiate this case for him along the way.
All right, to the extent that there's any objection based on court's jurisdiction,
I can't hear you. Can you speak up, please?
To the extent that there's any objection to proceeding to trial based on the court's jurisdiction, I would deny that, as the court does have jurisdiction over this case. It is a felony case involving an alleged felony which is alleged to have occurred within Lenawee County, state of Michigan. This is the circuit court for the Lenawee County, state of Michigan, and therefore jurisdiction is appropriate. Ms. McClure, is there anything we need to address from the people's side?
The people have not received any motions that have been referenced, but as far as I know, we are prepared to proceed to trial next week as well.
Right. All right, so do we have proposed jury instructions and voir dire questions yet?
We do not, and I spoke with Mr. Sneed yesterday, but I'm certain that we can agree upon those within the next day or so.
I see some in our file, so maybe he's drafted them and just not.
Yes, he was working on them.
Okay, so I'll need those by the end of the week so that we have an adequate amount of time to get prepared for trial.
I would also like to intervene here real quick, but that being said, the motion is just not for the jurisdiction, it's also for personal jurisdiction and subject matter jurisdiction. I had the right to a resisting unlawful arrest, and it's not being addressed. The Supreme Court ruling on that, I just read that not too long ago, and they arrested me for an old traffic ticket. Is where it started at. They're trying to dodge the point of where they harassed me for 3 days before they arrested. And as far as this possession situation go, I was informed yesterday by my attorney, who I haven't talked to since March, that I was looking at 14 years. Under your court, Michigan rules that after 10 years, under a lower felony, after 10 years, it's automatically expunged. So I'm trying to figure out how am I being charged with a habitual criminal. And also, I would like to get that in writing that you said that you have jurisdiction over this case, but not the said person. And that's all in the motions that I sent over to the clerk's office. I also have them all notarized. I also have copies of everything that I sent over there. So there should be somewhere in y'all file that y'all should have it.
Your Honor, I did.
And personal. And like I said, I haven't talked to this woman since March. She told me that I was going to be released out for bond, and I haven't heard anything from her since then. I wrote her a letter. The first time I seen this woman in about 2 or 3 months, the first time was yesterday. And she doesn't represent the said name anyway. I've talked to her about that situation too. Somebody's not being truthful here. And I've been sitting here almost 10 months without a bond or even so much as calling my witnesses. She's never asked me anything. So my due process is being violated. Also, I'm sitting here on an unsigned warrant. Unsigned. A probable cause warrant. They trying to make it look like they arrested me for those charges, and that's what it's not what it was for. That's not what it was for. I was arrested for driving on a suspended license from back in 2016. That case got dismissed.
Your Honor, I did inform him
He's not
yesterday.
addressing none of those issues, Your Honor. Period.
Mr. Lester, I need you to stop interrupting people, okay? What is it that you wanted to say?
I did inform him yesterday that the charges he was facing could, that it's up to 14 years because there's consecutive sentencing available on those charges. He has a felony that is up to 10 years and then 2 R&Os, which can be sentenced consecutively if that were requested and or if the court were to do it. And I informed him of that at the time that I was telling him about the plea agreement that would allow him to be released today. So he is correct in that I did inform him of that, but it's not because of a habitual offender notice. And he asked me about that yesterday, and I reiterated again yesterday that that is not why. That is not why he's facing that amount of time. It was simply me telling him worst case scenario in this matter.
He sound like he's a Nation of Islam. I think he's a Moor.
All right, so to the extent that personal jurisdiction issue has been raised in addition to subject matter jurisdiction, I'd again deny any request on those bases because the court again has personal jurisdiction over Mr. Lester, who is a human being located in Lenawee County, Michigan, and alleged to have commit a felony crime in Lenawee County, Michigan.
How did I commit a violent
respect to with respect to the argument that Mr. Lester made regarding the right to resist an unlawful arrest, that's why the court is having a trial. One of the elements that the prosecutor needs to prove in a resisting and obstructing case is that the officers were on duty, acting lawfully, and made a lawful arrest that Mr. Lester resisted. So that's the purpose of the trial. With respect to any issue about expunged convictions, we're not even to that point yet. The habitual offender issue comes into play only after a conviction has entered, and then the court has to determine whether the convictions listed in the habitual offender notice in fact happen and can appropriately be used under the statute for the sentencing enhancements that have been notified in the information. And so
okay. So whenever you get done, I'd like to address the issue too, please.
All right, I'm gonna mute Mr. Lester because I can't have people talking over me while I'm trying to create a record.
That's a fact.
All right, so then we are ready to proceed to trial on June 20th. Again, I'd like to have the voir dire questions and the instructions ready to the court by the end of the week so that we can have those.
Why is it we gonna see your head, sir?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yeah. Before we go, can I address?
Ms. McClure, can I just understand from you what that final offer you made on this case, or what the final offer the prosecution made on this case was?
Yes. It would be.
Ms. McClure, I actually have a copy that I could pass to the court too, if that's okay with you.
Yeah, I mean, we'll just take a second. It's an added count 4 possession of meth in a park, which is a 2-year offense. And we were offering credit for time served, which is approximately 10 months. And we have no objection to a PR bond at the time the plea is taken.
Ms. McClure, could I just add that Mr. Sneed did inform me that you had authority to do fines and cost only on this as well? Would that be accurate?
I think that would be part of the credit for time served.
Thank you.
So the prosecution has made an offer to resolve the case if Mr. Lester were willing to plead guilty to possession of methamphetamine in a park. That's a 2-year maximum possible penalty, but the prosecution has also agreed to credit for time served or fines and costs and a personal recognizance bond release until the date of the sentencing. Is that all accurate, Ms. McClure?
What is that?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yes, that's accurate, Your Honor.
And Mr. Lester is not interested in agreeing to that plea. Is that correct?
It's my understanding, but it seems that he would like to say something about it, Your Honor, so I prefer that he answer that question himself.
Yeah, I would like to say something because of the fact that you keep trying to let me out on a PR bond.
How dare you?
Oh my
You
God.
have stolen my dreams.
And you want me to come back to court for sentencing, but you won't let me out to try to get my witnesses and gather the evidence that I need to be able to present it at trial. I haven't even went over this one. I haven't even went over any kind of defense with this woman. I am being prosecuted and persecuted by her and a prosecutor. And it's obvious. It's very obvious. It stands out. I haven't talked to this lady since March. March. And when I did, she came in there and coerced me into trying to keep her on my case.
All right, so Mr. Lester, that wasn't really responsive to the question that was asked. The question you're being asked
I don't know
right
nothing
now.
about that. I told her what it was then, and
Mr. Lester.
You keep trying to cut me off.
Well, that's because you won't let me create the record and do my job. So
Walk out,
trying to
nigga.
do my job. You're not the one sitting in jail, sir.
You walk out.
All right.
Walk out. You ain't got the heart. Walk out. That's what I'm talking
Will you
about.
please mute my client? I don't want him to.
Record should reflect that. The record should reflect that Mr. Lester had. I'm sorry. So Mr. Lester, the question I'm asking that I need an answer to is you've heard the offer that I've indicated the prosecution has made to you to resolve the case. Do you or do you not want to?
No, I'm not, because they had no business arresting me, Your Honor. And that all, I wasn't bothering anybody.
A simple no is fine. That's all I needed. All I needed was no.
Quit talking to me like I'm a kid.
No, so we will proceed to trial next week. I don't think there's anything else we need to address this morning. So
Bond.
Mr. Lester,
I need
let
a
the
bond.
officer know that you are done with court.
You know what I'm saying?
Bitch, watch your mouth. Watch your mouth, your honesty.
He looking at 7 years for each meth charge, which he has 2.
Oh, you went and looked it up?
And they offered him a plea on possession of meth in a park, which is 2 years, and they were going to give him credit for 10 months of that.
Bet you that judge watch his mouth now.
Yeah. So 14 months. He's going to trade for 14 years.
That's all right. He's standing tall.
And he has no defense against possession of meth unless he had a fucking prescription for it.
He's standing tall.
LA, you finished your will, sir?
Yes, sir. There's only a few names on there because nobody watching me, but we'll see how this go.
How many names you got on there, sir?
Let me see. Probably we all got the same names. We got the same subscribers.
Okay, go ahead.
15.
You have more than 15, sir.
Yeah, but this is the thing. I'm talking about men who watch us all the time.
Okay, that's true.
And giving shit away. And yeah, motherfuckers who watch us all the time. So these people I know either watch us or be in the clouds for a fact. So, and they got to be able to send us their address so we can send them this shit. So you can email us to get us out their address. So,
well, they got a couple of days before we got before you give them. How many days you usually give yours, white lady? Oh, she gives them 2 days. She said 2 days.
Okay. Well, 2 whole fucking days.
2 days, you respond. If you don't, we can't hear you. You gotta get on.
No, I don't give them that long. If it's something like that, no, they got 24 hours.
Yeah, well, I'll give them 2 days because it is.
I wouldn't.
It's only 2 days. It don't go by. Blink of an eye quick.
I gotta. Y'all better get it in quick because I gotta send Tom this money after this for this shit. So
what shit?
For the stuff we gonna send them. I told you. I'll pay for it.
Oh yeah. All right. Anywho, what are we doing again?
You got any shirt? We're gonna give him some shirts. And if Kai got a mug she wanna donate, we buy a couple mugs from her too.
Yeah, I got a few.
All right.
We can kind of curtail it to who wins.
That's a fact.
All right. Well, I got my will. My will has 47 people on it.
All right. Oh wow. We should have just did your will. I told you that.
Well,
you got all of the same people.
You do yours because Jay Faith is not on because Jay Faith don't like me. Bella Brewski's not on mine.
Let me see who we got here. Alex. I know Alex always watch me. All right, Alex. I know you're gonna watch the replay because he always email me after the replay. So when you get this, send me your email address so I can give it the time so we can ship you this shit out. You want to go next?
How many are you doing?
How about we do 4-piece?
4-piece of what?
You want to?
You made me want to really work. Okay, well I have.
No, you can. If you want, I got 4 cups.
Okay, I'm not saying nothing like that. All I'm saying is 4-piece.
Alex, you'll get a shirt, or you can get a cup. You fucking choose.
Shirt or cup. All right.
First come, first pick.
That's a fact. Yes, that's how we do it. Go ahead, white man.
Wait a minute.
If Tom would have did this, if Tom would have had this shit together for the last 2 weeks, like I told him.
My shit was done. Look at that, bitch.
Sir, I told you about this 2 weeks ago.
I be forgetting. I ain't gonna lie. You see my will?
You're well fancy.
Yeah.
They're spinning this shit.
Oh, that even got sound.
Why you got women on there? It's Father's Day.
I was supposed to put a woman on there.
It's kind of Father's Day.
Well, that is a dude, so.
Yeah, but you got Shannon on there and everything.
Oh, well, let me take him off then. I forgot. Motherfucker, this was
No. Keep him on there and we'll just spin it again if it would land on a woman.
Because it was. Go ahead.
E-Dub.
E-Dub.
All right. Let me see.
E-Dub, you heard the damn thing. T-shirt, cup, whatever the fuck you want. Let me know. If you're out there. If you don't watch, it's on you.
That's a fact. I bet y'all watch next time. You know, people like free shit. Oh, Mayo.
Damn.
Look at Mayo.
Mayo, you get to choose whatever
I
you
still
want.
gotta
to
give it you, Kai, on the duck pick that I won.
If you don't leave me alone, stop it. I'm gonna send you the dog.
That'll work.
Look at
Oh my God, this shit is rigged.
John the Baptist. You on the time. What is it? You on the clock. Maybe you should be paying attention.
That's a fact. No chaser. We know his bitch ass watch. No chaser. You get to decide what you want, sir. First come, first serve. We ain't kissing y'all asses.
Yeah, we do our shit like regular niggas.
No Chaser's probably at work, but he shows up.
Are y'all writing these names down?
No. Mayo, John the Baptist. I don't know the other person.
Alex.
E-Dub.
Alex and E-Dub. I haven't seen him forever.
All right, hold on. Let me see. I got a piece of paper.
Niggas can write.
Oh, you find a piece of mail that you don't open, and you write on it. Okay, you got Alex, Mayo,
John the Baptist,
and
E-Dub.
All right, go ahead, Chickaboo. So we're doing a total of 8.
Yes.
Okay.
Universal Jones?
Universal Jones. I seen you over there last week. I'm in here.
All right, it's on you.
I'm writing his name down. We gotta put these in the community tab. Right after.
And don't forget to put in parentheses, they have to send you their address. People are weird about that.
Ain't seen shit. Don't know shit.
Yeah. If they're not willing to give up their address to get it mailed to them, go on to the next person.
Let's give it to a woman.
We ain't gonna sell it to nobody, so.
Who the hell is that?
All right. Again.
To check those.
Chief from your boxer.
I don't know who that is.
Bob.
I haven't seen him in forever either.
He was over here the other day.
Yeah.
I don't see these people. They come and leave.
That's a fact. Last one, y'all.
6.
Yeah, for me, 6 and you 7. Wrestling. It's amazing. 2 of my people ain't got no goddamn kids, but that's all right. I'm pretty sure y'all made a baby.
I'm giving mine up to a dad.
No, it's fine. Fuck
So
these
spin it
dads.
again.
How about you choose a dad you want to give it to?
Yeah, I'd be there.
Locksmith Jeremy.
Okay.
I'll give it up to Locksmith.
Boozilla. All right, so they're gonna trade his in the locksmith. Let's see if Rusty got the kind heart to do the same.
Okay, so let me go do it that. And we got, he said, locksmith. All right.
You know, Mother's Day, everybody want to talk and show up. Boy, they do fathers bad.
It's
God
ridiculous.
damn. Yo, y'all do fathers terrible.
There's no you all.
Man.
What, babe?
Don't nobody give a damn about fathers.
Nope.
That's some crazy shit.
All right. So to be honest with you, I don't know
They
if
don't need men.
I don't know if Bootzilla is a man or a woman.
Well,
So we'll have an alternate spin just in case.
damn, dude, that's bad. That's sad.
I still think you should put it up for 24 hours, not 48.
Okay.
That's sad.
To move it along.
I should have did it on the lead attorney. 60,000 people fucking.
Did that go to Mayo again?
No.
You were talking about a fixed ass will, and then it stopped before my name. That been some bullshit.
I thought it was gonna go to LA. I was like, well, that's cool.
There's some. I tell you, boy, that's my luck.
Do you want to pick or do you want me to spin again? Mayo.
I'll spin again, sir.
I would have just gave it the check cash.
We've done that before. Don't know. Does anybody know?
I don't know either.
Because some dumbass gonna put all.
No, we're spin again. That's my other channel.
Oh my god! Oh my god! It was so stupid.
Hold on. I got it.
That's so stupid.
Not a no.
No.
We don't even know who that is.
Yo, Mayo, just pick one, man. Just pick a name.
We shuffling.
CCD.
All right, we'll give CCD.
This dude is crazy. Yeah, give it to CCD. That's some bullshit. This is so dumb. It's so dumb. If this hit another female name, it just ain't meant to be. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, what are the fucking chances?
Get the hell out of here.
Yo, we gonna do this shit all day.
Remember, I shuffled it.
Well,
You got to be okay.
Right.
Who is that?
Well, it has a man's name.
Not
We assume.
necessarily.
Mayo, do you know who Rico? Rico got
No
it.
idea, sir. No idea, sir.
We don't know.
Oh God! Now we got it. Let's shuffle up again. God damn it!
Con, we don't know.
You know who the hell's Rico?
I don't know what Uncle Tom came up with these damn names on here. Is it frozen? Damn. Oh my god.
You see that?
This is crazy.
Is it keep freezing?
Look at this bullshit right here.
Yeah, but he killed dogs. He can't get one
Why?
because he ain't a father.
That's a fact. At least
There
that's
you
what I'm
There
claiming.
we go. All right.
All right,
Somebody we know who they are.
that's a fact. I don't know who these people is. All right.
Yes, Angry Snowman is a dad.
That was fucked up. Next year we'll do it better. That's all on us. What time? That's all on time. You fucked that up completely. Only told him 2 weeks ago.
You know
By
what?
the way, this is the first I'm hearing about it.
I sent him a message in the back and reminded him twice.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Conshawnery, you're an honorary winner too. So there you go.
That's a fact. So,
Yeah.
Tom just gotta let me know how much I owe him my cash and send him a cash app, him a cash app today, and we'll call it a day.
So how many cups total? 8? Well, it depends.
Yeah, it depends on what they want.
Okay.
I could do 2 cups and 2 shirts. If Tom, you want to do 2 cups and 2 shirts?
Well, I have. The only reason I'm asking is because I have probably 10 that are 3/4 of the way done that we're going for an event. So, and they're all different. So somebody could pick out of them if they wanted to. All they need is either another last coat of epoxy or a name or whatever they wanted on it.
Okay. Well,
all different ones.
This is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna throw it in right now. I'm gonna post it on our community tab. Yeah.
We should have gave one of Butterfly Jones bitch
Oh yeah.
ass.
Well, we can do him too. Shit, I got some extra shit. I ain't got. Listen, it's not.
Fuck him. He gets nothing.
Butterfly Jones, you just hit me up too.
And Willie D is on site, bitch. Don't think I forgot.
Okay. All right. Y'all the ones who told me because y'all are always in here. Y'all always supporting.
That's a fact.
Whether
Willie
it's
D is on site.
or fucking always here to support. So of course it's Father's Day. I'm gonna be like Oprah a little bit.
I think you should replace E-Dub for Butterfly Jones. The only reason I say that is because I haven't seen E-Dub in forever, and Butterfly Jones is the first one on every single one of your streams, almost every day.
Well, Butterfly
And he deserves it.
unsubscribed to me like a little bitch, so he gets
That's
nothing
okay.
from me.
He's a dad, though. And Butterfly is hardcore. No matter whether he wants to argue or not, he is always supporting.
Yeah. Well, you know, we already got him on there. Everyone that got. Okay, we got Alex, Locksmith, Jeremy, John the Baptist, Universal Jones. Bob is not a parent.
Who?
Bob.
No, Bob's not a father.
Okay, so we're gonna click it again. We're still here.
Oh God damn it!
Oh Jesus!
Oh,
Here we
God. Another 10 fucking minutes.
Go again.
Who the hell is that?
We don't know.
Comes in here, but not every. I didn't see that name, did you?
Mm-mm.
Heather Wood is impressive. I tell you what.
Boy, she need to win the
I have
lottery. She
no
need to play
idea
the
who that
lottery.
is.
I'm telling you, she's in your boxer group.
No, she's not. I've never heard that name in my life. No, thank you. I don't want to make it. What? What the hell? Oh, Gary Grant.
I thought that said Goo-Gurú. I was about to say.
I was like, who's Gonguru?
The motherfucker got a Goo-Gurú?
Are you Snowman again? No.
I thought that was Ruckus.
I thought it was too. And Ruckus is a dad and a granddad.
Oh, Supernova, play the fucking lottery. Play the lottery, Shannon.
Shannon has about 50 cups of mine. Samuel's not a dad.
Yeah, you should be a dad, sir.
Oh my God. It goes by champ every time.
Supernova. Go buy that lottery ticket.
That's fucking crazy.
Oh, I'm going to make sure I tell her.
Hey,
CCD is right. Trash.
Oh, yeah.
Trash
yeah.
media. Yep.
Yeah.
He
All right,
is a
Trash.
fantastic dad.
Well, we assuming he's white. So, Trash, text me your address, sir.
He got a black
Yeah, he got a black sister, as we know.
Yeah, we don't care about her.
Yeah, you almost
moving
fucked
on.
that. Oh my God. Fucking women petty.
Ugh.
Tom almost fucked that one up.
How'd I fuck anything up?
You know how. I would not talk about that day again.
All right. Anyway, let's get the fuck up out of here. Y'all got the names. We're gonna put them on community tabs. If you don't know, we're going over to Rumble because I got 2 movies that I'm willing to show tonight. You ain't gotta pay for shit. This is free. How do you move this shit? Stop sharing my screen. Yeah, I don't care if you like them or don't like them. You're gonna watch them because it's. I don't know if y'all heard anything. The first movie we got is it's already queued up and everything. Skeletons in the Closet. Y'all heard about that movie?
No, sir.
It's not a scary movie. Just to let you know, it's not. It's a murder mystery. So get ready. All right, thank y'all for coming out. God bless y'all. We're going over to Rumble or whatever you call it. What is that one called?
Twitter, sir?
Yeah, Twitter X, whatever you want to call it, and Rumble. Both links are dropped in the chat as of here's one. Okay, they won't let me. Oh, cancel that. Here's one. That's X, and also Rumble in the Jungle is right here. Pick one. Pick.
Boston Christian said murder mystery movie. It was like Murdery Mystery Monday. She knows what it means.
So we're gonna get these started right now. See you later, Facebook and YouTube. The rest can all stay up. All right, I will holla at y'all. We getting y'all gone. That one we're gonna remove.